Yep.
You have to understand what's happening right now. You're not in a 5-hour line because TSA can't get their together. No, you're in a 5-hour line because the president of the United States is holding you hostage.
Yes.
That's what's happening in your own country.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 54 of the Jam. It's JJ, AB, Allen, Matt, the way it always is.
The way it always is.
And we are gathered here today on episode 54 with these hand signs because we want to try to get ourselves composed. You know, we're going to try not to talk over each other.
When you put your hands like this, you know what I'm saying? It gives you more confidence. And more,
it protect your masculinity. It removes the estrogen levels that
like it pulls up like a force field. Like it's hard to see. You can only be a third get subscribed to like Andrew Tate to see it. But best believe it's working. With that being said, thank you guys for joining us this week. How y'all feeling this week,
bro?
Man,
feeling good, bro. My hands ashy as. I want to do like a retake.
Do we need like lotion?
Can I get some lotion?
Yeah, go get some lotion.
Hold on, yo. Let me get some good.
And we are back. It's a short intermission. You got moisturize back out. And that's important. You got to take care of yourself. And what you should take care of yourself while doing is watching this next episode of the Jam.
Yes, sir.
Put it on the background and go do what you do. But if you do go on to like the video and you like our perspectives and you want to watch the next episode, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the hype button.
Hit the notification bell.
Hit the notification.
Because we've been seeing YouTube been playing with us.
Yeah, some of y'all said we was falling out the algorithm or some shit. They said you fall out with J. Cole album. Ain't that the point I'm calling you from now? No.
They were saying that we was not getting recommended to certain people. So if you want to get recommended, make sure you hit that follow. And you got 3 hypes per week.
Of course.
You got 3 hypes.
I didn't even know that. So listen to the man. And also listen to Allen. Because Allen, you got to tell them where you can find us.
Y'all can share this video, bro. If y'all want us in the algorithm, if y'all really supporters, if y'all really support black-owned businesses, if y'all really about black problems, black issues, you would share the Jam Pod.
Come on.
Now, if you really care about our black issues and our black suffering, you would share this video on Instagram,
Black male.
on YouTube,
Black male. Black man, black male. Yeah, black man. Black man.
Blue Sky, Prime,
Spotify.
Spotify, Acast, Patreon.
Patreon.com/thejaampodcast.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to miss what be going down on the Patreon. Please, we appreciate all the love and support each week. But let's get into it. We got a jam-packed show for y'all.
Yeah, what we talking about today?
We gonna talk to some of y'all first because it's been a minute since we did Jam Talks, so we got to bring it back now. I'm saying now, actually. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
We then gonna get into Exploitation and the Chance the Rapper case.
Yes.
Your boys was there. I've been under the weather for the past few days, so I could not make it. But
I'm glad.
they gonna share a little bit about that. It's very interesting. Then we're gonna get into Gavin Newsom, why he will not be
The Antichrist.
Yo, how to kill your campaign in a week, gang.
You ain't even announced it.
1 week. Like, you ain't even announced it yet.
Unforced errors of doom.
And everybody thought he was Jesus, like,
Man,
literally a month ago. Yeah, like
Jesus.
Yeah, true, like a few months ago.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, we was calling it out on the show. We've talked about it, but we're gonna get into more of that. And then we're gonna get into further exploitation, this time of black culture. Talking about
Once again, I'm living
Jack
alone.
Jack Harlow, BTS, and all the other nut stuff that's been going on.
BTS. Oh
BTS.
my God.
What? They're gonna talk about?
Bro, I'm excited to talk about BTS because I don't think we ever talked about BTS.
Nah.
Nope.
We about to piss off half our fan base.
You can't say anything. Go off, bro. Are you serious? I'm gonna be fair, bro. I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, bro, we're
fair.
gonna be fair, but like also I don't know nothing about BTS.
But then again, niggas wearing shiesties on the stage.
Yeah, but wait.
I'm living alone.
But after that, we gonna wrap up with the doom of the day, which is ICE and the federal government being terroristic as usual. Why are we not talking about arrest and impeach and drag these out? I don't know. That should be the opinion in America,
be
but
first thing.
we'll get into why all these ice ages.
Yeah, we'll get into why. We'll get into how we got here, and hopefully we'll have our sanity back in this episode.
Yeah, hopefully we don't just end it by screaming, but I can't guarantee. But before we do anything having to do with the actual news, you want to know what's even crazier news is the outfits that I'm looking at. So we got to go in jam form. We done did it. It's trademark now.
Yeah, it is.
So this is word is ball.
Bitch.
Shout out my nigga. Shout out.
You remember he said, make sure y'all give me my point, man. Give me my point.
Well, we can go in jam format, I guess. Okay, you know, you got the what's they
God,
1906 is on the New Balances.
Oh
you got
my
a little
God.
red accent on them. And you got the default, you know, Nike sweats.
Nike sweats, you know what I mean?
And then, you know, that's probably my favorite Veil shirt.
Valley Dream.
Valley Dream with the red gemstone. What you know about the gem?
What you know about that gem?
Yeah, two-piece now.
I just know you still got your 2 strands in.
Oh yeah, I do still have a 2 strand. Oh shit, I just know you took yours out. You know, so it's out coming soon. But until then, we rough. It's a little bit warm outside, so you know, it's not.
True, yeah, that's why I took mine out. I was like, I can't.
Bang out.
Who next? A?
Guess I'll go next, you know what I'm saying? Dewey on the head top, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to bring back the waves, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
They a
God.
little rough. They a
Is
little
this
rough.
nigga about to
You
get
bringing the waves
wavy
back?
on
But we
him?
getting the wave back, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, the comments when this nigga starts
I
spinning.
feel like somebody literally. I feel like somebody literally just asked me if AB ever had waves. I'm like, bro, AB
Yes,
get waves like
I've
every
been
6
had,
months.
yeah.
It
Look,
is
I think it was
like a
like episode
rotation.
like 1 through 40 I had waves.
Yeah,
Literally.
I swear he did.
This boy got the Nike Air Max
That's fire.
coat.
How
Now
much was
sponsors.
that?
This was like, shit, I don't know. My girl bought it. W.
Shout out,
girl,
W.
W. Little blue jean, know what I'm saying?
You know what I
Blue
mean?
jean.
Oh my gosh.
The feet of doom.
Feet of hell.
Feet of
What
doom.
are
God, the green.
Tayana Taylor.
Bang out.
Jordan 3.
Those are.
Oh, is it Tayana? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Tayana Taylor. Okay,
Yup,
bet.
Tayana Taylor, Jordan 3, you know what I'm saying? Got the rose from the concrete. Got the
I didn't even
rose
realize they were
stamp.
like gum on the bottom on
You know
some.
what I'm
Remind
saying?
me of
Gum on
Crib
the bottom,
Fire.
you know what I'm saying?
crazy.
These are hard, W.
Those are some of the.
What is it like?
toughest.
Ain't it like have something to do with like the from the concrete, like rose from the concrete? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why the midsole is like this concrete.
Yeah,
texture.
exactly.
Got the rose
okay.
stem.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
she's from
yeah.
Harlem.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Shout out.
she.
Yeah,
Rose
yeah.
from Harlem.
See, this is what it mean to do a collab.
See,
That's
Yeah.
like the
Not
hardest
change the
Jordan
goddamn
3.
color of it.
That's
This
the
is
hardest
hard,
Jordan
bro.
3 I've
Is
seen
this
in a long
camera
time.
on me?
Shut up, motherfucker.
This is a collab.
Mm-hmm.
A collab is not a regular white Jordan 3 with a Supreme logo right here.
Yeah,
Boom.
oh God.
It's
This
not.
is a collab.
Actually, yeah, there
It's
needs to be
not.
something
Nike
meaningfully
on the
changed
back, you know
about
what
the
I'm
shoe.
saying? Yes, sir.
I've
This
never
shit
seen a
hard.
Jordan 3 like
And it's
that.
unique,
no.
bro. Like, oh
If
my
you
God.
want to
it's
have
so
a meaning,
beautiful.
if you want to have a meaning to a shoe, you don't put blue to match MLK's death. Like I don't see the resemblance in both things. That's not how you do that, Mr. Brown.
Ain't that our bro?
Ain't that
Ain't that
all?
our bro? Hey, what you got on, gang? Wait, what he said?
That's our boy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would've-
before I show off the fit, I want to shout out the JAAMPod Patreon because I've been having the same rotation of shoes. So if y'all want to support us at the JAAMPod Patreon, I can get new shoes. But we got the lemon pepper steppers on the feet.
Tell him about it.
We got the little Jaden London on the pants.
Oh my God,
the wax
Little Zara, little leather joint.
Oh my God.
Brooch. Match the band.
Hold on,
Brooch
this-
of
y'all
doom.
never seen. It's a diamond little bird.
Nigga, you gotta hit the brooch on the
Hold on, you
microphone
don't
so that you can hear the brooch.
Hold on.
No, this
Hey, I see we got the rings on it.
Oh my God, the rings is crazy.
Oh my God,
Royalty.
braids.
Earrings crazy,
Right.
braids on, crispy braids. Oh, show the phone too.
Oh my God.
New phone.
And what is it? And which one
New
is it?
phone, Hootie.
And which one is it?
16.
It's not the 17. Bitch ass. Fuck Tim Cook now.
Bombs the crib with AI.
That
They got the drop on our ass.
look, Tim Cook the other day was like, and this is real quick. Tim Cook the other day was like, you know, guys, you got to get off your phones. I'm like, yeah, dispensary telling people to stop smoking. Stop pissing me off.
Yeah,
bro.
literally.
Get off your phones.
Get off your phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
United Farmers Association. Stop eating vegetables.
Stop eating vegetables, gang.
Alright, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Got the Louis style.
Yeah.
How progressive.
How progressive.
Got the Louis on, you know what I'm saying? Got the Who Decides War on. Shout out to Who
Who
Decides.
decides for the jam decides.
Donald Trump.
America for the last
Gavin Newsom. I revere.
I revere. Got the Valley, you know what I mean? Got the Valley. I think it's a Rottweiler on it. What is it? It's a Rottweiler with a chain on.
Oh my God.
These white people just be putting anything.
They got a chain on the dog, nigga. He just had a realization, yeah.
Rottweiler with the chain on, you know what I mean?
He said,
Got the shades on again.
Oh my God.
I might be becoming the glasses. It's because they keep telling me, Matt, you gotta wear the glasses.
You know, I think you just growing into the fame.
I think I'm growing into it, bro.
I thought niggas was saying
into the fame. Like, I feel like this is really like the look. This is what it means to get to this point. Nigga took them off. They hard though, bro. They hard. I'm not even saying they not, bro.
I got the Valley. I got that. I got to change that. I'm not wearing them glasses no more. I got it. You know what I mean? Nigga said growing into the fame. Ridiculous. Let's get into it. God damn it. God damn it.
back out. Nah, the glasses tough though.
Nah, glasses is tough.
I hope y'all are either relaxing or wearing your best while you watch this, because it's very crucial information that we gotta get into. But first and foremost, we wanna keep this as democratized as possible. So we wanted to get some of y'all perspectives on here. We told y'all, we gave y'all a mission on like episode 4. When we first started. Jam Talks. That same post been pinned this entire time.
And we ain't read a goddamn. We gotta take that down. Actually,
I was gonna say we probably actually read Jam Talks on an episode maybe like 3 times.
Yeah, it definitely has not been since like episode 20 something.
Yeah. So yeah, the thought process behind doing it first this episode was, we gotta give y'all something to like actually believe in. So we're doing the Jam Talks early, and we might gonna do it sporadically. Over the next few episodes. We want y'all to put y'all Jam Talks in, because we're gonna make a very like much more like effort to kind of get all of them in per episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing
what
them.
y'all thinking, man.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna be doing it at the start. Ask y'all questions. We got a few good questions in here. We're gonna run through them.
And there's a lot of new people.
Yeah. That's another thing. There's so many new people that keep being like,
they don't even know what
don't even know. They don't even know who Alan is. They don't know who Alan is.
Know what our name
We
is.
seen your comment. Brown hoodie.
Brown hoodie.
That's a
why I gotta
government
be brown
name. We
hoodie?
say have to get it every episode.
God damn.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Like, do your due
No, that
diligence.
nigga, he just had to seen some
That's
shit.
what I'm.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is like the brown hoodie is like, I get my not knowing like maybe even the spelling, but like also it's everywhere. Like Jam, JJ Allen
in the bio.
It's in the bio.
Brown hoodie. My name in the bio. But then again, you might not know because it's your first video, and that's cool.
That's why we got to
Because at the end of the day, I'm not reading your comments, so I think that's fair, bro. That's fair. That's fair.
Like, if we're not gonna read
so
their
I'm gonna be the random brown hoodie nigga until I read your comments. I'm the hoe.
and we gonna still have like, wait, they're related? Like,
Yeah, that's always going to happen. That's always
Every day there's a new clip.
JJ chopped his dreads though.
Hey, it's real in real life that I know that said that to me, guys.
Yes.
How?
Yeah.
You thinking I just all of a sudden here or not? It's 2 niggas on the couch. Y'all killed.
Has really said that?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought JJ dropped his dreads off.
That gotta be racist.
It has to be. I get we brothers, but that has to be. Let's get into the comments.
Let's get into the comments. We're gonna do 3. I think it's 3, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the first one. The first one is, these are all on YouTube. I didn't go to Spotify. I'll show y'all some love next week.
We'll spruce them in. Should we go like platform by platform, week by week?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Just all Spotify.
Okay. Yeah, let's do Spotify like all next week. This is
or some shit.
Yeah, this is from our YouTube. The Fui Mimi. Few Mimi. Shout out him. Been tapped in since JJ announced the podcast on TikTok. Y'all been a big inspiration. JJ and AB are big reasons why I went woke. Starting to think about not only myself but society a whole lot more critically. My question is, how long do y'all intend on running a pod, and is there a message you want to give your fellow content creators that struggle balancing life and content creation? Congrats on the big 110K. Anybody want to answer this?
Well, sorry to break it to you. This probably gonna end when we get the years, the Porsche, everything. It's for the money.
Newsflash, guys, this was all about the brand.
It's all about the brand, bro.
Welcome to episode 54. True plot revealed.
But nah, I feel like
real shit.
we're gonna be on this couch until we're like fucking 70 with arthritis.
Stephen A. age.
Yeah,
and much
probably.
more useful at that time.
Y'all think when we have kids, y'all bring them on the pod?
I think that there's an opportunity for eventually.
Bring your kid to work day.
I feel like eventually, maybe eventually they're gonna want the parents. So
I will
that's like
say
episode
though,
300.
I will say though,
episode 500.
there will be a time where like niggas doing this shit from the crib or like on like some virtual shit.
I think
Depends on like how life goes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because like it's gonna get to a time where niggas got kids got to attend to.
Yeah, I don't think we can ever put a time limit on it. I think
not
for
at all.
now, though, just enjoy it. We 20.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
you
I
know
couldn't
we
tell
ride.
you that the Jam podcast will end or that it will necessarily ever end.
will
Like
take
everything,
different shapes and
Everything that
forms,
we will do from this point out will just take different shapes because the thing about is kind of Lil Jam. The thing about the Jam is that it's not a thing that we're trying to do or be.
Yeah, it's
Us.
like legit.
So
us,
because
yeah.
it's us, we get to do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
So if in 5 years we're not doing the podcast every week, but you see us with this nigga in Milan, well the Jam still
Nigga
jamming,
Jam
gang.
Milan.
Like,
Yeah, because
Right.
like I couldn't see it like never like leaving. Like I could
Yeah.
always see it like as a thing. Even if our personals blow up, like nigga, we still finna get on this couch. Still
Yeah.
chop it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Because like, at the end of the day, it's not like this. Like he said, the Jam is us. Like this go past like YouTube shit. Like we're all like
We been-
brothers.
yeah, that's
like
literally our shit,
it goes
yeah.
past that. We all just talk. So like
Yeah,
it's not
so
like
we gonna
that.
keep having these conversations among ourselves, just whether or not a camera gonna be on it and what setting the camera gonna be in.
Yeah.
All right, here
Yep.
to quickly
appreciate
answer
that.
the last questions. Message to the fellow content creators. Keep grinding. This is the best time for you to blow up because this is the time where authenticity is at its like highest
Yep.
kind of like risk to reward point. You know what I mean? So it's like it is risky to be your authentic self, and a lot of people say that because of the positions you can get put into, or like possibly like your moral compass or whatever you want to call it. But the reward is there because authenticity is being rewarded. So be your authentic self. Keep trying to do your shit. We always try to balance content creation and balance in life as well. When in reality, that shit is hard.
It
Very
is,
hard.
bro. Don't let the algorithm stunt you.
Yeah,
That shit is so
exactly.
easy. It's so easy to get caught up in like how things are supposed to go.
Views, exactly,
How
all
things,
that.
like,
Yeah,
and it like it
especially when it
stunts
doesn't
you
do
and it makes you burnt out, and that's why like people end up not being authentic because you kind of realize, well, there's an easier way for me to do this. But no, you could just be yourself for.
Yep.
Yeah, and
it's
to
just
wrap
that
it up,
easy.
I was gonna say a testament to that is that you've been following since the beginning. Because when I launched that video on TikTok, remember I stitched my only oh my god, Christian Divine, and with kids, he was like, I think people on the left, like if you're a man, pick up the podcast, and I was like, yo, new podcast launched. That post didn't blow up and get like 1 million views.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
that first clip blew up and got 1 million.
Yeah,
views.
you
So
won.
you gotta keep going, and I'm glad we was able to help push you woke, gang. 'Cause that's the only
yeah.
answer.
It's fire.
Literally.
Maximum
That's what
left.
that's what it's about, bro. We know what we talking about on this couch, man.
Oh God, let's see the next one.
Next one. Thank you for that comment.
W comments. Shout out my nigga.
Shout out you, bro.
The next one is Nand Hinsai. I'm so sorry. Nand Hinsai.
Non-Hin Singh?
Nand Hinsai.
Nan-Hin-Sing?
Sorry if we fucked that up. Man, I
I'll
know
call
we
you
fucked that
Nan,
up.
man.
Shout out. I don't know if y'all have covered this before, but can y'all talk about how as young black men y'all are trying to and seem like y'all are breaking the stereotypes of misogyny and homophobia. Congrats on 50th episode. Thank y'all for giving us a lot of progressive podcasts. Thank y'all for giving us a lot of a progressive podcast where y'all talk the talk and walk the walk.
Thank you,
W.
man.
Appreciate
you.
Appreciate you, my
That's
boy.
a really good question. How is it that y'all as young black men are breaking the stereotypes of misogyny and homophobia
we don't
every
conform.
day by simply existing, gang?
Yeah, just trying to grow.
You'd
It's
be
not
sup-
like it started with us being like, oh, let's break the stereotypes of misogyny. You know what I
I
mean?
would
Like,
say
that's not how it
if you
started.
asked me the most concrete and I've said this multiple times, I feel like over the last few weeks, maybe got something to do with Women's Month, but the most concrete example of breaking those like stereotypes and like gender stuff and misogyny and homophobia stuff was really encountered with this nigga, Alan, because it wasn't like it was like a conscious, yo, let's break the homophobia stereotypes, but like when you have to do a photo shoot wearing clothes that you didn't think that you'd like wear or like that you didn't think was tailored to your size, it immediately like gets you to start questioning that self-perception and the little things that are baked into it. Like I remember I have these like dress slacks that are like kind of like baggy and they kind of look like a skirt. And I remember like when I was younger, definitely like middle school grade, that's close enough to be like, oh, that's girly, you're not going. And that's just like basic rudimentary shit. But you learn through like doing creative expression and art, something that nigga has always been like big on, that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And actually the people who are able to like break those boundaries and be known are the ones who are more fluid in those roles.
They the freest ones.
Yeah, it's literally the freedom that comes with it. And that's why it's like I can't do nothing else but do
Be
that.
free, nigga.
Because
Yeah.
I want to be
Can't go
free,
back.
bro.
Can't go
Like,
back.
Can't go back.
No, like literally once you open your mind up, you genuinely cannot go back.
Yeah.
There's no regressing from there. It's only progression.
Yeah, and I
When
think
you,
that's what it say.
Yeah, when you like I said this before on many pod episodes, question that first thought that you get in your mind when it comes to dressing like how we were doing in the photo shoots, or when you have questions
at first
about
thought,
anything, bro. Question that first thought, and it will lead you to freedom, my boy.
Yeah.
for sure. Appreciate these comments.
For sure.
Let's do the last one. I miss doing Jam Talks. This one is from RBMZ34. Shout out, y'all. Yo, congrats. Love y'all's thoughts and passion. Each episode to make a change in this fucked up world. Personally, enjoy seeing your POV on some issues as black men, and I'm not myself black. Huge W. Jam Talks. Was wondering how you guys met up and started the pod. Easiest,
Nigga,
quickest,
we met from birth.
I was gonna say, easiest, quickest answer. I'm gonna run through this very quick. JJ and AB are blood brothers. Blood brothers.
Saying backs.
I am JJ and AB's through marriage cousin, but our family that was married passed while being married. So nigga, we locked in.
Locked in.
Alan is the only one that is not blood, but Alan is like our blood brother, or my blood brother, I would say, because me and this nigga grew up together the entirety of our life. Our parents knew each other.
lived close
Our
together.
parents knew each other. Like my dad's a personal trainer. My dad trained Alan's mama while Alan was in the womb Alan was in his mama womb. He
That
trained
shit
his mama.
crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
And they met fucking years later.
So yeah, and then they met years later again, and like he was cool with my dad, all
Doing
types of
shit.
shit. Cool. So literally, just like we all brothers. How we started the pod, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like
We talk
we
too
literally
much.
talk too fucking much.
It's always one of those things where it's a group of people that are like, damn, bro, we talk about hella shit. We might as well just put this in a podcast.
Yeah.
And shit worked. nigga.
It's like we made it out the group chat. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the perfect way.
That's literally what it is. It's like since we was kids, been talking about cribs and been talking about YouTubes and been talking about all types of shit. We made our first collab YouTube account when we were in 5th grade. Like all this shit been brewing. It had to make it out the group chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all even like, bro, we be having banger podcast episodes at the crib.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not even recorded,
Actually.
just talking.
It be
That's
pissing
like
me
how we
off too,
are.
because I'm like, damn, I wish they could hear this.
It's
shit.
been like that. It's been like that since back in the days when we would be on like the video game too. And
Yeah, we be playing PS4. just having pod episodes.
We almost started a podcast and pitched it to these people like when we were like 17 or 16. Originally, it was gonna be a whole other nigga on it, but I think it was still us three.
Yeah.
That was planning it. Didn't work out, and then this time it was like Kamala lost the election, and we was like, niggas was talking about Joe Rogan to the left. Everyone needs a podcast in space, and I'm like, you're not about to pay a nigga to give you something. It has to be authentic.
Yeah.
So he was like, we'll do it. Some niggas group chats is Nazis. Other niggas group chats is
Real shit. Yeah.
And I really appreciate that the last 2 comments is focused on like the perspective on like being a black man and young black men, because y'all don't even understand how many like stereotypes and little slight shit
Gang.
and,
Yeah,
like,
we-
little
bro.
passive-aggressive comments.
We get it a lot,
because niggas
bro.
are not used to seeing young
They
black men
not.
in this position or out in the wild without thinking.
When
the immediate,
people see
you know,
us,
why
they-
negative stereotype.
Yeah,
yeah.
when people see us, they automatically assume that we not on shit, or we don't know what we're talking about. And then when we prove them otherwise, it's like we're the second coming of Jesus.
So you could only imagine how like surreal of an experience that is. It's like it's a constant like battle in that regard. But I like that because it's not shit you ever seen before, and then people's reaction to it is really interesting to see. But thank you guys.
It's an experience for sure.
It is. It's an experience. The nigga started gritting his teeth.
I remember right before we get into like the
Chance,
meat and potatoes, when we was walking outside, and that lady, you know, just the aura radiating off of us on some random shit. She was sitting there smoking a cig, and she was like, "Can I ask y'all a question? Like, are y'all a boy band or something?"
Yeah. We be getting the boy bands a lot.
We got
And
boy
we
band.
was like, no, we do this podcast called The Jam or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, are you on Facebook?" You know, all the
Yeah.
she was like 60. She was like, I think it was like 60.
Yes, ma'am.
62.
We are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are on
We are.
Facebook. So then she was like, "Oh yeah, like I'll go follow y'all." She was like, "Oh, you're on Facebook and TikTok." So we gave her our shit or whatever. And then she was like, she was like, "You know, I really like that you guys," because we was explaining it to like what we talk about and stuff. She was like, "I really like the fact that you guys dumb it down, because like I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I have to process stuff like at a slower rate. So that in itself is just one of the examples that it's like.
I think that's just
crazy.
That's what it's about. That's what it's fire. It's just about understanding.
Ain't that funny?
Being able to meet people where they at.
Ain't that funny how they need young black people to put in like ways people can understand, but like they don't ever want to understand young black people.
Yeah.
Ooh, dropping gems. Let's talk about Chance the Rapper.
It's always you ain't talking about none.
Yeah, on G.
Let's talk about Chance the Rapper.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Talking about exploitation and being a young black man in this space, it comes with a lot of challenges, a lot of destinies, a lot of paths, a lot of advices, right? And along those paths and those advices, you never want to get caught up in a scenario where they could take advantage of you, right?
Yep.
That's the biggest thing. You want to own
Shake
your own
you
stuff.
down.
You don't want to be in a shakedown, as it were, Shannon, even though he deserved that shit.
Shaking the nigga down.
Shake down with maximum authority. And we got invited to witness our brother battling.
Yes,
Wanted
brother
to shake down.
Chancellor
so
Bennett.
crazy.
Brother Chancellor Bennett.
Battling for his life.
I know that name like frontwards, backwards, nigga,
Yeah.
eyes closed, bro. The amount of time,
Bro, the amount of time,
they
gang.
said that name,
Damn,
Chancellor
yeah,
Bennett.
that is like.
Oh my
The
God.
judge got to
government.
keep
Bro,
repeating.
government.
Yes, they were like,
United States.
I feel like that's such a like a trippy thing too, because like imagine like being there and like what y'all was telling me about the information y'all was telling me about. It's like damn, like that's really your personal business just out to the entire room.
Yeah.
Like, when
Talk
came
about
to,
it, bro.
like,
yeah. So for the people that don't know, it was around, I believe, April of 2020. Before that, Chance, he got with this person named Pat, or Pat the manager. And around 2013, he hired Pat to be his manager.
Chance the Rapper is a rapper for all you.
he was on this.
If you don't know who
Hey, yo, yeah.
We got sometimes we got
we do.
Okay.
I'm, I'm sorry.
If you
That's
don't
the
know, he
one
was on that
time you-
pod.
Chancellor Bennett, aka Chance
That's
the
the
Rapper,
one
is a
time you
rapper
getting
from
me to
Chicago.
chill.
Yeah.
You should know Chance the Rapper.
Real,
Yeah.
real. You should know Chance the Rapper.
Okay, so
Watch
back
the
in
episode.
2013, he hired Pat to be his manager. They well, Pat helped in some capacity on Acid Rap coloring book. Then the tension builds.
What, Big Day or 10? What's 10?
10 Day was his album before the Big Day.
Oh, okay.
Or
yeah, it was.
tape. Yeah. So they were working together. I believe Pat's role was like to get him different deals or et cetera, et cetera.
managerial
Managerial role and type shit, right? So apparently there was some type of deal that was discussed in 2013, which was like Pat the manager gets 15% of, I believe it was, net profits. And according to Pat, he discussed something called like a sunset clause.
I know something about that from Congress.
Yeah. Can you explain
Yeah.
the sunset clause
So-
for people?
A sunset clause, right, in music was created to fairly compensate managers or agents for work performed during their contract term, even after the contract ends. And even after the contract ends, it prevents managers from losing commissions on long-term deals they secured. For example, record deals, publishing, all that jazz.
Yeah. For instance, like if
So if
Pat-
I had a manager, right,
yeah.
or if I was the manager,
Yeah. Say I'm the
And-
artist, you the manager or some shit.
all right, so here, Matt, I just got a deal with fucking Palantir, my boy. Palantir, my boy.
Appreciate it, gang.
All right, I get 15% of whatever the fuck.
Yeah, say it
came
was
out
like an
that deal.
advance or some shit.
Advance
That's a
of like
big goddamn cut, nigga.
Yeah.
50
In this, we're
bands, I
talking
get.
music, so like let's think royalties too at the end. So like say
Right.
it was a 15% of whatever it was that advance, and I'm gonna make royalties on it for
because
years
say
to come or some
Palantir,
shit.
Palantir film a commercial with Matt where he rapping in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's gonna be aired for like months and years. But in those months, he not working for you no more.
Yeah.
So that means
I
he
end up
should
say
get
I end up
a cut.
firing AB, right? And those months I'm not working for it, and we end up, termination, etc.
But they still
That
run it.
sunset clause would allow me to receive 15% of my shit still for a certain amount of time,
Yeah,
because
till it
sunset,
cuts
it
off.
dwindles off. You
Yeah.
That's insane.
So
yeah.
So it's just worker protection.
yeah,
or some
it's,
shit.
it makes sense.
it makes
if
sense.
both parties
If both parties agree to it.
That's really the thing.
if are
If
aware
this nigga
of the
Matt said
clause.
yes, then that's a different thing.
Dang, when I tell you, bro, we are sitting in that courtroom. Shout out to Chance and his team. They
Yes,
invited
thank
us
y'all
out there.
so much, bro.
Yeah,
that was such a
Hit us
dope
up on a
idea.
random was like, yo, y'all want to come through? I'm like, what? So going from listening to this at home
Yes.
to, yo, come
To
look at this
going
nigga
to
try.
To see this nigga trial facing $3.8 million
Oh my
of doom
God.
and destruction.
Nigga, I was terrified, bro.
$1.8 million for something you didn't agree to.
Yeah,
What
Bro,
the hell?
crazy.
so we arrived there, we chilling. We got there at 11 in the morning. We didn't leave until 6 p.m.
Oh,
And they didn't. And the jury didn't get the.
Bro, when I tell you they gave the jury the biggest book I've ever seen in my life,
yeah,
I
wait
said,
for the
Matt, it's
deliberations?"
time to go.
so when y'all
Yeah.
got there, they didn't get to deliberate. They just did closing.
They were doing closing remarks.
They did
yeah.
closing
and from
at
6
6.
from 11 to 6 it was closing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Closing
From
and,
11
and the judge was like giving the directions to the jury about like how to do the
That
verdict.
took like
once-
50
once-
minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
literally.
that is holy shit. The directions is like, whoa. But because at first I was like, why were y'all there so long? Until you had like told me about the closing is just summarizing the weeks y'all weren't there. Basically just saying the whole case.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
They
11
did- they-
6,
The good news is obviously we got the result that we wanted, which was
Yep.
Chance didn't have to pay no money for a sunset clause that he did not agree to.
Gang.
I think what was so crazy about it is that like I was nervous until Chance's attorney came up and she was like, she went through it because I'm like, bro, there is literally no documentation that says they agreed to the sunset clause that they're talking about.
Pat's whole argument was during 2013 in the discussions of the contract. He brought up, hey, let's do a sunset
No,
clause.
Chance brought up. He was saying, remember, he said that Chance
claim.
was the one.
Yeah,
that
he said
initially brought
Chance
up,
brought it up. Hey, let's do a sunset
and then they
clause.
hugged it out.
You,
Oh,
you telling me in 2013, Chance just was like, let's just do this
Yeah, you
one
can
thing.
take my money
That can
three-
probably fuck me
You
over.
can take my money 3 years after you stop working for me. Yeah, let's do
You
it.
know how crazy that
For
is?
15. And then the thing is, when we were in there, they were saying like I didn't even hear them mention anything other than 15% in the sunset clause. With a sunset clause, it's supposed to be like 15% one year, maybe 10 the next year,
cut it
and then 0.
Yeah, the
or
sun is
5
shedding.
next year.
God
The
damn
sun
it.
is going down.
Nigga, the sun is up and rising. nigga.
It's not going.
That nigga trying to make it high
Going
noon.
down.
Give me all of your
3.8.
shit, nigga. Sun beaming.
Looking for the goddamn stars, nigga.
Yeah.
3.8
I think that was
crazy.
just crazy, bro. It's
Yeah.
like,
No, and I was gonna say
I
for it
think
to be a
it's even-
verbal thing, like a
Yeah.
huggy wuggy, he brought it up in 2013. Gang, this is years passing. Now you entitled to $3 million. It's got to be stronger
Also,
than
it's
that.
I think
like-
that's crazy.
talk
Yeah.
about it. Talk about it some more.
Yeah, so basically Pat's argument was that after I believe it was like an unjust firing is what he was trying to portray or
Kinda claim
whatever.
wrongful termination.
And then he needed all his money that he was supposedly owed.
Mind you, he got paid.
Exactly. So Pat's argument was that like this all had to do with the big day.
That was that album that dropped that everyone was frying Chance over in like 2019. They said,
Yeah, so it debuted at number 2 on Billboard Hot 200.
Did
So
it?
Yes.
so basically
The big day still number
Yes.
2. I didn't
So
know
I found
that.
it out
crazy.
in the
I didn't even know
fucking
that.
closing argument. I'm like,
Yes.
wait a minute.
Yeah, so basically their argument was like, well, Chance's argument was that he wasn't performing his duties correctly, which is why they fired him. So they were citing these to be like, well, I mean, it did good. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fans wasn't fucking with it. So Pat, he did his duties. It debuted on the Billboard 200. You know what I'm saying? Give me the 3.8.
About to
it's
say, that's a
bullshit.
goddamn claim and a half. It's like how much of that was you doing your duties and how much of it was Chance the rapper.
Yeah.
Right.
And how do you decide that? Like, how do
Maybe
you
it was the
decide-
music that they was fucking with why it hit 200. You can't buy
And I
that.
I think
Yeah,
that's
you get
why.
placement for it, but you get placement for anybody. Many artists have managers that get them placement and deals and they don't do two
Literally.
Billboard top 100.
Two, yeah.
So like, yeah.
Nuts.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
So it says, it debuted at 2. It has sold 108,000 copies. So they're saying therefore,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
that.
so they're saying therefore they claim that failures could not be blamed on Pat. And then for Chance's argument, it was like Pat increasingly became absent between 2018 and 2019, meaning that like from day 10 and on forward, Pat was, according to them, Pat was not even like in the managerial role.
Yeah.
Said some other person named Colleen Mayers was basically his manager from that time.
Yeah. And what was crazy about it as well, like, bro, they paid Pat.
Yes.
Even after he was
after Pat was terminated.
In what was it, November, right? Or they stopped talking in November. He was
they stopped
formally
talking.
terminated in April, right?
Yeah, formally terminated in April 2020.
Yeah.
After the big day
I
drop.
think it was like April 27th, something like that, 2020.
Yeah, so basically what happened after Pat was terminated, any deals that he had before he was terminated, he was paid for that in December or something like that.
Do you have the number?
It was like Pat was paid $229,000 after termination. And he got I don't know if it was like included with the or this might be separate, but he also received $375K from a Live Nation advance that Chance got a deal from.
So he got $600,000 after he got fired? That's a severance package of fucking hell.
You already,
You don't even get that for working an office job.
You already was, and I know you're gonna get to this. You already made 10 M's off of that 6-year span you was with the nigga. Then you get paid after getting terminated for a job you didn't want to do, and you gonna sue the nigga for
ain't
$3
family
million.
billionaire or ain't family wealthy?
Wealthy.
Because
Is
They're
wealthy.
wealthy.
And they had talking analogies up there.
Bro, that
That shit pissed me off.
his lawyer?
yeah, bro, that nigga was
Do it how you said it.
Oh, you gotta.
No. He man, I'm done with this, man. We just gotta get to the facts, man.
He's like, we gotta get to the facts. He's like, guys, this is not about an exploitative contract or even an industry. This is about, or no, what did he say? He's like, this isn't about greed. This is about a guy that did a job and he wants to be paid. Nigga, this is not a working class Walmart worker, nigga. Let's get it off. Stop it.
The voice is nigga, you'd be an amazing.
This is not a guy. This is a family man. Everybody family man.
I got $1 billion in my
sinner. And that's why I loved his attorney, because his attorney was like, and this is what I want y'all to take out. This is what we want y'all, even like
Chance's
young,
attorney,
Chance's attorney. This is what I want even young black, like males, women, whoever it is.
People in business.
People in business are going to try to take advantage of you. They always will. They try to do it to us all the fucking time.
Good God.
In these court proceedings, what I love what they said is the jury was listening. What Pat's team has the burden of doing is proving that there was a sunset clause in the document that was signed.
It was not there.
And it was not there. So all of this, so you see here, it's not about, nigga, fuck all that. Where is the document that says Chance knew about this sunset clause and you knew about this sunset clause? If there's not a document there, you did not prove that. You have the burden of proving that. Get the fuck out the fucking courtroom.
All you can do is change the narrative, and frame the story how you want it.
It's over with. Like, I think that was so crazy to me. I'm like, you just sat here. Their attorney sat there and talked. Me and AB was watching him. He talked in the closing statements for an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at the clock dwindle. I'm
just
like, I cannot
dwindle.
get this time.
Was they taking like sips of water?
Bro,
like
the nigga sipping, but he going under projectors and shit. The nigga circling shit. Like, all of this shit. And still, at the end of his hour 45, Chance's attorney was able to like prove like their burden and not, and they disproved that. She was able to do that in maybe 20 minutes.
Because
it's like it was over right then and there. I'm like, what are we doing?
After she showed that document, she was like, yo.
The 2013 contract and then the 2019 one.
Exactly. They're saying that there was a sunset clause. Look at the paper. Where's it at?
Yeah.
You can't see it. It's not there, nigga. I'm not giving you 3.8 off of a
hug. Basically, there was a document, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. There was a document that was Pat himself saying, this is what our agreement is, basically. Like, the whole document was, this is what our scope of work is, this is our agreement. Nowhere in that in 2013 did it say anything about a sunset clause. But the jury was supposed to just agree with the nigga that there was some huggy.
pay the man.
Yeah, just
$4
pay him.
million.
Just pay him $4 million. Fuck it.
Like you're
Stop
bullshit,
bullshitting,
bro.
bro. Like, what?
Bullshit.
On hearsay, that's a lot to order.
Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about, bro?
What happened? Just pay the man.
This isn't about greed.
It's not about greed.
This is a working class family man. Nigga, fuck you, nigga.
Working class, my ass.
What did he say about like he
Wild.
made like a burger analogy or some shit? He was like, if you go to McDonald's and you get like
I think I
a
remember.
burger or something, I'm like, gang, what are you talking
He was
about?
bullshitting.
This is $3 million.
It was, yeah. He was like, if you go to McDonald's, you just want the burger or some shit like that.
yo,
You're like, nigga,
if I
this is $3
can,
million.
you just
Y'all
want the
ever saw
burger.
that video of that nigga,
Just give him the
leaving
burger, man.
stand and jumping on the goddamn
Yeah,
stand?
yeah, yeah.
If I'm chance, I'm jumping on that nigga. If you gonna talk about a burger analogy for almost 4
You know
hours.
when you go to McDonald's, you just want the burger.
know you want that?
Same way my client just wants his $4 million.
He said, holy shit.
So you should say,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking?
Absolutely nuts. Is there some more we gotta go
So
through?
I just want to ask the question: what do y'all think this means for artists and their contracts now? Because I have a feeling that there is a lot of people out there that may be in some fashion in the same predicament that Chance is in, where it's not like anything written down, or there's a sunset clause somewhere hidden in the agenda of robbing the artist. So
I hope it means good things, but the realism he says that it doesn't. Like I would hope that it means good things for artists generally, because I mean they need to have a union or some shit. But it's just sad because that's the reality of doing like contract work when you're self-employed and you doing independent like contract work. The reality of it is that people will try to find a way to get one over on you at all times. That's why need to have management and reputation and representation that actually is on their side, that actually understand, because
People that understand you, yeah, literally.
niggas that understand you, because genuinely like you get caught in situations like that where you're operating, you talking about like it with goodwill and handshake agreements, and it's good, but you know everyone wants to avoid that scenario where like they bring it back up and now it's lawsuits over it, but you legit have no control over that. So
'cause
niggas will try to find
your hand shook it. So
If
now
you,
it's
I was
not
gonna say, if
documented.
you young and black, bro, write it down.
Write
That-
the shit down. Write the shit down. Write
everything,
down.
everything, save everything, screenshot everything. Like, do y'all due diligence? How you avoid situations like this? Because you're right. I think until more artists are coming out and talking about this shit openly, and there's unions and there's whatever that looks like, it's not gonna change. They're gonna continue to try to, exploit people. Write it down, get the shit on writing, make sure you got all your fucking dot all your I's, cross all your T's.
No, for
Real
real.
deal.
It definitely, like, being in that position of, like, because you were talking about it being 2013, being, like, the early days of Chance. Like, artists being in that position where you first starting off, and not only do you not have the knowledge, but you don't have, like, you kind of in that, like, fight or flight mode to, like, get
Because
that,
you
like,
blown up.
contract.
You
Yeah.
blowing up. You
You
blown
trying
up
to-
in 2013.
Yeah.
You're trying to take all the help that you can get. You like, okay, I need this, I need that, I need this. But at the same time, like, you still need to have like that protection over yourself, because like it happened with Chance, like you get years down the line and someone want to take what's yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause,
I've seen like, what was I about to say? It's like, one thing that I want to say is that a sunset clause is not bad.
Yeah.
It is not bad if you agree to it.
Yeah, agree to it.
Agree
Write it
to
down,
it.
agree to it.
Yeah.
If you don't agree to it, don't expect niggas
And
to
if
pay
you
you
can't
fucking
be
3 years in
bothered
advance,
to
bro.
like take these steps to make sure it's in plain
Agreed
and
to,
writing
yeah.
and understood first and foremost by every party, then
Don't
the
try to-
audacity to bring it back
Yeah.
up later as a lawsuit.
to grab $4 million.
That's
Yeah.
why it's about greed, is because not only did you get paid proper severance and your family's wealthy and you got paid for the services that you did do out of like good faith, now you're trying to bring that up to get more bread. That sounds like you see a bag and a nigga who blew up and you had a hand in doing it, so you want to try to claim any part of it. Now, I have no problem with claiming that if you need to be compensated for fair work that you done did. But like, goddamn, nigga, you got compensated 4 fucking times already.
Yeah.
And now now it's dragging it, especially when you're trying to make up clauses that niggas didn't even agree to. That's the thing. It's never usually on the artist that's like, oh, I did something wrong and now we got to have this proceeding. It's usually on the people that the artist trusted, and then they coming back with it a few seconds later like, yo, let me get a bag off you. That's the shit.
No.
And it's like, as long niggas gonna exist and keep doing that, you gotta protect yourself.
Yeah, I'm bro.
Gotta
Nope.
protect yourself.
Final result.
More coming on my fucking situation there on my YouTube channel.
Good goal.
Good
Yeah,
call.
JJ.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, JJ.
Oh, you want to brief?
Nah.
We don't have time for
We
that.
ain't got time.
We have a lot of stuff we're talking about this episode.
Let's keep it moving.
Final results. Chance came out on top. He
Yeah.
does not have to pay $3.8 million.
Oh God, he was.
And then he won 35.
Yeah, they awarded
Y'all
that nigga
bogus, nigga.
35.
He kind of Leafs gave him a ban. No, I'm playing.
No,
got
he
money.
won he won $35 and his domain for
For
his
the
merch
website,
site.
yeah.
Yep.
So that's good.
That's
You know,
fine.
shout out them.
Didn't have to pay nothing.
Appreciate
That's
the
good.
invite, of
Hell
course.
yeah.
Damn,
I know
bro.
them lawyers
That's
legal
legal
busy,
fees,
nigga.
bro.
They're
Legal
legal
fees.
fees.
Hell, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh
I feel
my
like
gosh.
I feel like that's the one thing where I was just like, damn, because then you have to spend all that money defending something that you know is the truth.
And
Yeah.
this
Yep.
is why I was gonna say, this is why for every individual issue, there's also a systemic solution, because this is why the law and the legal system needs to be like democratized.
Yeah.
And by that I mean, like, it shouldn't be a joke that public defenders will be defending you because they are overworked and they don't get paid and they the XYZ. It should be widely available great lawyers that you do not have to fucking be bankrupt for.
Yeah.
But because it's not like that, you see how American law is
Private
stratified.
yeah.
If you're wealthy, you get to fight the charges. If you're not,
Don't worry, it's only $1,000 an hour.
imagine
Bro,
if
like-
Chance didn't like blow up and become like a rapper and he was like struggling to get by. Them niggas would put that nigga on a payment plan for fucking
No, real
for
shit.
$3.8 million over 10
For
years.
the rest
gang.
of his life.
Real shit,
With
yeah.
interest, gang.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why everyone needs to get expanded so we can have our rights. Actually, and speaking of people who seem to be wishy-washy on the concept of rights, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, God, take us down the
rabbit hole of
shit
doom.
show.
A
which
trip
is-
down memory lane.
Yeah,
Cesspool.
Jesus.
Oh my
Lord.
God. So if y'all remember, a couple weeks ago, we made a video that some people, I don't even think we got a lot of love for the video because, to be honest, the jig is up.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you fucked it.
it's over.
To quote Josh from that episode, I'll tell you something for free. I don't want to vote for that.
I didn't even know I said that. Yes, I stand by it. I don't want to vote for that bitch ass. And the reason why, right? So we talked about Gavin Newsom the other week, and we went over how he was saying the Democrats have to be culturally normal, and this is his big strategy for winning the 2028 election. He's been on this shit since he popped out with the I'm gonna be Joe Rogan of the left. Yo, this Joe Rogan of the left shit is gonna make me
They
put
gotta
a
throw that
revolver in
like-
my mouth.
No.
Why do we keep saying Joe Rogan of the
I'm gonna
left?
kill myself.
Like he does not fuck with you.
Not only that,
Like
Joe
Joe
Rogan is a
Rogan
conspiracy theorist.
I was
and a
gonna say,
dumbass.
like he's like
He's
a
a
credible,
dumbass.
like
He's a dumbass.
source. He's a dumbass
Exactly.
that sat here and got this other dumbass
Elected.
in the
Now
elected.
he defended.
Yeah.
Now
I
he,
just
like,
saw
yeah.
like this one clip of him talking about. He was like, you know what, man? I've just been seeing like the transgenders. They just been shooting and there's violence with them, and they're like, and I'm
I
like,
guarantee.
Joe Rogan of the left, y'all.
Joe
This is the same
Rogan-
nigga that
This
went
is-
viral for how hard his kick was a few years ago, gang. Like, you violent ass.
And this is what and that's like a whole nother like, and I'm gonna let you like finish your point. That's a whole farther criticism of like the people on the left's like perception of the culture.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
so
Joe Rogan
you're
of the
so
left.
far back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cuck yourself.
Yeah,
Bro.
literally.
You cuck yourself to trying to appear normal to a dickhead. He's actually stupid. Like,
Usually when people say Joe Rogan of the left, they're talking about like numbers wise, but you have to realize this shit ain't about the fucking numbers.
they're trying to do the
we've
reason
been
why the talking point Joe Rogan of the left came up was because the Democrats lost younger men.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost the podcasting space. It's filled with nothing but right-wing bigots and neo-Nazis and conspiracy theorists that I don't even think like Joe Rogan believes in like the concept of germs. Like I like these niggas. This nigga has like 1,000 episodes where you just have any conspiracy theorist come on and he just yeah. And now his fucking fan base believes goddamn everything. Like these niggas was one second ago, release these Epstein files, man. It's government corruption. And now this nigga like,
You know, the
Epstein might have
ocean
been on that
hasn't-
island, but they didn't. You know, like this nigga's off the deep end.
I heard it wasn't really that many.
Yes. And these white people want
minors.
children. And these frankly white people want to emulate that on the left because they're like, oh, young men love that shit.
No.
But they don't want to take the necessary steps required. So Gavin Newsom, governor who's been planning to run for president since he was probably like 16, is now like
That is
he goes on the book tour getting
said,
ready for it. And he launched a podcast getting ready for it. His strategy when he launched the podcast that everyone had a problem with was let's normalize the right. The right just blew us out. They blew out Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was a little bit too woke. So they might have had a point. Let's go find out the point. So he had Charlie Kirk on, Steve Bannon on. Charlie Kirk got blasted. Bro. He had the other Nazis on.
You suck at your job.
Then he had Tim Walz on as his like fourth guest, and he dragged that nigga. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is the fight we're fighting. Okay, so
true. Tim Walz would rather fight that fight than the fight in Minnesota.
Yes, but also Gavin Newsom has to remain the fighter. You know, they want a fighter. Everyone wants a fighter. That word has come up because
I hate
these consultants.
Like, everybody wants a fighter. Like, oh my God. You act as if we can't see through the bullshit, bro.
You can tell by their words. Like, they're just trying to conjure up a story.
Something,
bro. Literally.
And you think that nigga
Savior.
Nigga Helos.
The white savior.
And it's all white men.
Oh my God. Fucking Aaron.
Go.
So this he went with that strategy, and then the world reacted accordingly. Like, no, these didn't have a point. In fact, the pedophiles did not have a point. You don't have to learn anything from the pedophiles. Please don't do that. And then his poll numbers fell out the fucking earth. So then this nigga stopped making the podcast for real.
It's good.
And has just become the president of Ether while he just walks around the planet kind of making
doing interviews,
doing podcast appearances. So he went on Pod Save America, different podcast. You got to put out the podcast microphone, Gavin. It's not helping. No. He went on Pod Save America, which is kind of like supposed to be the Democratic stronghold. But even I've been hearing how them niggas be talking about Israel and everything in the light of the war in Iran, and they're like, yo, AIPAC is not a democratic entity. They are right wing, blah blah. They're going for it.
Yeah,
I believe Obama was on Pod Save America.
Yeah,
like this is like one of the biggest ones in that space. So Gavin Newsom goes on there, and he had some words when they asked him a question about his previous statements regarding Israel. Mind you, this is like a 90+% polling issue among the Democratic base that Israel, for whatever our partnership was, is currently committing genocide. And we'll get into more about why that's
90%.
But let's see.
I mean, that's why they already said that's why Kamala lost. But
yeah,
let's see what his.
But, let's scrap the whole book of.
Let's see how he answers these should not be difficult questions for a national leader of a big ass economy.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't fuck this up.
Yeah, he
can't fuck this up.
Do you consider yourself a Zionist?
Do I consider myself a Zionist? Yes. I believe, I revere the state of Israel. I'm proud to support the state of Israel. Yes. I deeply, deeply oppose Bibi Netanyahu's leadership, his opposition to the two-state solution, and deeply oppose how he is indulging the far right as it relates to what's going on in the West Bank.
Okay, we're gonna start right there.
Like,
you already fucked it. Okay, let's okay.
You big homie with the Israel and them.
So
but you don't support.
You said I revere. Okay.
I said I revere.
Where have I heard that word from?
we black men don't just love black women. We revere y'all.
I didn't even. Peas in a pod, nigga. Goddamn.
Birds of a feather.
Let's start. Okay, so they ask him, "Are you a Zionist? Do you consider yourself a Zionist?" Good question. Okay, let's start with. Let's take it
number
back to
one.
one because these
take us into reality.
These Negroes are active gaslighters, expert gaslighters.
Take us back, bro.
Okay, let's define Zionism. Okay, because I'm not even gonna go into the Oxford. I'm gonna pull from a fucking Google AI overview since that's how
some water.
One thing that y'all
let's
find
use
credible.
the water, gang. Because fucking I don't even want to hear that nigga position on AI. But Zionism is a nationalist political and cultural movement that emerged in the 19th century Europe, advocating for the right of Jewish people to self-determination and the establishment of a Jewish homeland in their ancestral land, historically known as Israel. It was formalized by Theodore Herzl, evolving into a AI overview successful project, culminating in the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, which they had to expel hundreds of thousands of people from their homes to make this the case. So when niggas ask you, are you a Zionist? They're asking you, do you fundamentally believe in the concept that Jewish people should have a state for Jewish people, specifically in Israel, in its current state? Now, my position, and that'll come through in the question where they'll ask you, like, does Israel have the right to exist? Because the assumption there is, if you say you're not a Zionist, that means you want Israeli people to die.
You want them
to
die.
Death
to all, like, no.
Yeah, you want Jewish
no.
people to die, and you don't want them to be safe. Which is funny because Benjamin Netanyahu is currently not making Jewish people safe, not only in America or
Where
Israel.
the Iron Dome's located again?
It's missiles falling in Israel right now.
Right now.
How safe are we making them?
In the middle of Tel Aviv.
So they ask him, are you a Zionist? And he answers the question, yes, I revere Israel. I support Israel, but I disagree with Bibi Netanyahu. So what you're saying is, I agree with the concept that America should spend billions of dollars each year to create a Jewish homeland in the middle of the Middle East.
Just not with that nigga.
When there are other people living there who are not Jewish. See, this is the problem inherent in Zionism, is that you could create an equal country, a country that supports equal rights, like how America wrote down on paper, right? And they still had to do a fair amount of colonialization, genocide, murder, and all types of shit
Loopholes,
to make that happen,
exactly.
Right? Now you're telling me to repeat that same process, but for a country whose founding basis is we can treat you differently if you're Jewish than if you're not Jewish. That makes sense if the country's 100% Jewish. But just so happened there were people that was living there before that
Way
still living
before
there.
that still living there.
So how does a system that creates its legal structure based on your identity or racial group account for people who are not in that racial group? If they treat them less than or second-class citizens like they did during Jim Crow, then that would be an apartheid regime. That would be genocide if they begin killing them based on those characteristics. So for you to come out and say, I support and revere the state of Israel and the concept.
But don't like Bibi Netanyahu.
But you don't like Bibi Netanyahu.
Who's doing what, Gavin Newsom?
Trying to perpetuate that exact same, taking that to its logical extent is what he's doing.
Like,
if you don't like it and how ugly it is, you can bitch about it, but he's literally taking that to its logical extent. So how, if you're Gavin Newsom, do you parse these
You're trying to tap dance.
You trying to tap dance?
You trying to tap
play
dance
that
for
middle?
packing those dollars?
Yeah.
Listen to how he separates it. I don't know if y'all caught what he said at the very end. He says, I disagree with Bibi Netanyahu's approach, his opposition to a two-state solution, and how he's indulging the far right. How he's indulging the far right.
These niggas.
What is using the word
indulging?
Netanyahu him damn self has not only since we started bombing Iran come out and been like, yeah, we want to do this for 40 years.
Yeah.
Indulging. Like this nigga not is the far right. But but he says indulging to remove the responsibility from that nigga and to keep the hope alive that maybe he could choose a different path. Okay. Well,
choose a different path.
Let's take a look at like some polling, right? Because I know that these like polling. This is a piece that I find from Jonathan Ofer in Mondewees. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's called Forever Live by the Sword, Understanding Israelis' Massive Support for the Iran War. Because this is why you can't get away with this whole bullshit that it's just a Netanyahu thing anymore. This is what the Democrats are trying to do right now. They've been still not even updating their answer. It's Netanyahu, it's Netanyahu, it's Netanyahu. Jewish Israeli support for the illegal war of aggression again. By the way, this author is the same one who wrote an article about those Israeli soldiers who raped those Palestinian people and then they got off. So he's been reporting on all the shit that's been happening in Israel and in Gaza, the West Bank. But it says Jewish Israeli support for the illegal war of aggression against Iran is near total. A recent Israel Democracy Institute poll, March 4th, registered it at a whopping 93%. Naturally highest on the right, 97%. Nuts. It is still 93% at the center, and even overwhelming 76% on the left. This is in Israel.
This is in Israel.
Opposition is to the war that they launched, that Israel launched in surprise attack Iran in Israel. Their population on the right wing, which Netanyahu firmly is a part of, and his coalition government is firmly a part of, has 97% support. In the center, the centrists in the government has 93% support, and the opposition, the left wing in that government, has 76% support
of the war.
Of the war, opposition is at 3%.
Holy fuck! They keep making it seem like this isn't what it is.
Let us also
how
remember
do
that
you do
68% of Jewish Israeli voters in the last elections were self-described right-wingers, and that the percentage is rising.
8%.
And that percentage,
What's the population of Israel?
I'm not.
Can we look that up real quick here? AB, look that up.
You keep going, Josh.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
look it
going,
up.
Josh.
Cool. And the percentage is rising to 75% among first-time voters. This
75%
is
of that means
describing as right-wing.
That means like, what's the voting age? Legal voting age in there?
Is it 18
If it's
or 21?
18,
It's
that means,
young.
that means these.
Over 10 mil.
It's over 10 million.
That
people in
means
Israel?
these young ass kids, these 18, 19, 20-year-olds, first time voters in Israel. 75% of them are
They're for the war.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
for the war.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just
So
like
75% of the
this goes on to point out. So Netanyahu
he's
ties up.
indulging though, JJ.
He's
It's
indulging
not gonna
the
be
far
something that's
right.
long term. He's indulging the
It's
far
not
right.
him. He's just listening to the wrong people.
He's indulging him.
3% opposition in this country. He's listening to the wrong people. He's listening to the people, gang.
He's listening
Yeah.
to the people,
I
bro.
don't know
And you
how
want to
they,
know
like-
why? Is this author makes the point. So Netanyahu ties up living by the sword to territorial expansion. This is a constant in Israeli policy: territory before security, and then claiming that keeping the gains is a matter of security. It's a very good fucking point. You can't say that you're indulging the far right, and I don't like how he's indulging the far right, when this keeps him, along with the far right members of his government that have talked openly in genocidal terms,
Yeah.
are constantly invading. They bombing like 6 different countries right now
Yep.
in the interest of national security. And we gotta protect the survival of the Israeli people.
What does that sound like? That sounds like when we talk about American politicians and when they say what? Defensive weapons.
It's the same.
What are you?
It's the
talking
same.
That's what I'm
about?
saying. It's crazy. Like, how do you play the victim? Like, how you gonna call me a Zionist for criticizing how y'all do things? Like, and y'all
Or
playing-
anti-Semite.
like,
Or
or anti-Semite,
yeah.
and play the victim role when y'all niggas is taking over countries, and y'all gonna excuse it as, well, we have the right to exist.
And
so that
defend
means
ourselves.
y'all have
And
the
defend
right to
ourselves
take
while
over
we didn't
these
Bombs
countries.
175 kids.
When I tell you, bro,
Yeah.
I've been seeing different like videos of Israel bombing Lebanon.
Yeah, they have.
Yes.
There was a reporter, I think it was a British reporter. He was there like talking about the situation
Oh,
in
yeah.
the battle zone. As he's speaking, a fighter jet drops a bomb behind this nigga, almost killed him.
I see he had like shrapnel in his
Yes.
arm.
Yeah.
That was like a
You're not.
target.
You're not. That's a war crime, by the way.
That's
You're
a
not
war
supposed to do that.
crime.
I've seen
on video.
I've seen with my own 2 eyes, at minimum 2 separate occasions, where journalists have been filming and filmed themselves being hit with munitions in Israel.
Yep.
There was a whole group of them, all
Yeah.
with the press fucking things.
I saw that.
And I seen people get blown the fuck to
Blown the
smithereens.
fuck up.
And they were in
They were
line
trying to
of
like help
Israeli
the
military.
What were they trying to do? You talking about the big group of them that like all got bombed?
There was a big group that I seen that they were all
There
just
was. I mean,
recording.
they've done it multiple fucking.
Yeah, they were all
times.
just
Jesus
recording
Christ.
in open view of like an Israeli military checkpoint. You could see, and they got hit. They got fired on with tank shells. I think a couple of them died. This was like a few months ago. This is standard practice. More journalists have been killed in Gaza than all of World War II.
Yep.
So when we talk about, like, you look like a fucking Batman villain sitting here. And this is why I wanted to take it step by step,
Yeah,
because when you
keep going.
combine the people in his administration, the rhetoric that Netanyahu and his administration have been using towards the Palestinian people, they call them like Amalek, which was like comes from this like biblical like proverb or whatever that talks about how like God slayed all of the Amalek or whatever for whatever goddamn reason, and they use that as a historical and religious allegory to Palestinian people. In their government, they do that, which is one of the things that gets
In
brought
Israel's
up.
government.
Yes, which is one of the things that the UN like ends up bringing up when they talk about genocidal intent. So you can't. Why is Bibi holier than thou? It's not really him. It's just the wrong people, because you want to play the middle ground.
Yeah.
But the problem about playing the middle ground is, like we said before, it's just the right. Because he keeps fucking going and he keeps backtracking. We can rewind just a little bit, and then I want to hear his next thing where he talks about apartheid. And then you can jump in right after, because it's fucking crazy.
His opposition to the two-state solution, and deeply oppose how he is indulging the far right as it relates to what's going on in the West Bank.
Do you regret using the word apartheid to describe Israel?
used it, I do in this context, that I said it and I referenced why I used it, a Tom Friedman article in that same sentence, where Tom used it in the context of the direction that Bibi is going.
Not the current
and the
state.
concern, correct.
Okay.
And that is a legitimate concern.
Whoa! I did not.
So the direction
The direction
that
of where he's
Netanyahu's
taking it, not
going
currently?
it's not currently apartheid. It's the direction
Not currently.
he's going.
Has he looked at images of Gaza before and after?
You going to hell.
You going to hell?
And I'm
nigga.
watching, I'm looking the way you're like that's literally how he's doing it, bro. You're just
Focus on the hands.
you are an actor, my
Not
nigga.
You're an actor.
You are
That's
performing,
exactly.
You have to be
bro.
losing your fucking
You're
mind.
an actor.
He's very obviously playing. Oh, it's playing.
It's so easy to take accountability off the and just blame it off the far right because that was your talking point from the moment you started.
Which is funny
campaigning.
because who did he have on his podcast?
I was gonna say you've been fucking shaking up with the far right since you started this.
I thought
shit,
your
man.
purpose was to meet in the middle with them.
Last
Now-
year in
I
January
hate how
we was
he's
shaking up
indulging-
with the right, my nigga.
I hate how he's indulging the far right.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Oh
hate
my
them.
God! Like,
Wait, but you have them on
wanna
your pod.
You want to talk about
You
Netanyahu
suck they dick.
indulging the right?
What
That's
do you
fair.
think Charlie
That's
Kirk's
fair.
rhetoric sound like? How does Charlie Kirk and them talk about black people and brown people and minorities in this
Like,
country?
look at this.
That's not
nigga, bro.
indulging the
He
right,
just-
Gavin Newsom. You've
Then
not
what is?
indulged the right.
So he says, first of all, he says it was an article nigga that said it, not me.
Yeah.
Guys,
Tom
God
Friedman.
damn.
no, so we're not even talking about the word genocide. Remember, it was a stretch to get these to even say the word ceasefire?
Yeah.
Now these won't say the word genocide. And now he's saying, I didn't even say apartheid. It was another nigga in the article,
didn't
not
say
me.
it.
He can't even back that with his chest.
It was
I hate
somebody
you.
in an article.
I've watched niggas who've gone to Gaza
insane.
and filmed like security metal door checkpoints that poor Palestinians got to walk through just to go home because they got these in ghettos. And he just walked back to claim that it's even apartheid. You're disconnected. You know
How
you're
are
the
you
governor
going
of California.
backwards?
He's going backwards. This then the reporter says, so that's not the current state. Just to make sure that's what you're saying is
He
that
said,
it's
"Hold on,
not,
please tell
not
me
apartheid
that."
right now, right? He says, yes, it's not the current state, but the direction he's going. This criticism is like fucking soggy bread again.
Yeah. Like, where's the
Yeah.
credit? It
Yeah.
sounds like to me you fondling the nigga balls and you getting ready to put the dick in your mouth,
sound like-
but you ain't there yet. You getting ready to do it. You ain't there yet.
And it sound
it's
like-
foreplay right
It
now.
sounds like 83 niggas got on a conference call from APAC and was like, hey, bitch, when you said apartheid, that's a little bit too far for me.
Literally.
And now you out here.
You trying to
You
make
know
it
what I
seem
think?
like
I
you
think
want.
that's really what it is. I think after these interviews, he be getting calls.
Yes.
Being like, let me,
That's
like,
exactly
let me
what
That's
it
tighten
exactly
the
what
fuck
it is.
up.
Some consultant on the scene was
Like,
like, yo,
God
you going
damn.
It's interesting. I bet you he'd never be on another pod with Van Lathan.
Never go back.
Hell no, he
Shout
never
out Higher
again.
Learning. This explains a lot why this nigga said
interesting.
interesting. You know why he said interesting? He's trying to accuse that nigga Van Lathan of anti-Semitism for suddenly bringing up APAC.
Yeah.
For bringing up conspiracies
Yeah.
that he's involved with APAC.
If you want to be
Well,
a part of that shit, nigga, be good at your
Bro,
job at least.
you-
Either,
This is why niggas
either
say
that
that,
or just
because-
switch, bro. Your tie blue, switch to the red tie.
Honestly, just
you
be
might
fair.
win that
Because
motherfucker,
that's-
gang.
Bro, your talking points is the reflection of that. You clearly don't want to be that, my
I tell
nigga.
you, you're not
And you know
gonna get the blue vote going like this.
And he not. I
Because-
was gonna say you're not finna get the
So,
red.
but I really
Yeah.
wanted to attack the nigga right now.
Yeah.
Because that's egregious and that should be disqualifying for anybody.
Genuinely.
It's not the current state is apartheid. Okay, well, let's take a look at Center for International Policy, advocating for a just and peaceful world. Know what I'm saying? This is an article entitled Growing Consensus on Israel's Atrocities in Gaza. Top human rights experts and organizations around the world have identified many of Israel's actions in Gaza alongside hostage taking and other atrocities committed in the Hamas-led attack on October 7th, 2023, as war crimes against humanity for more than a year. In March, Israel broke a ceasefire that had lasted 6 weeks by instituting a total siege and resuming its bombardment of the territory while expressly adopting U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed objective of permanently displacing much of Gaza's population. In recent months, the number of prominent leaders, scholars, and institutions concluding that Israel's committing some of the most serious violations of international law has grown considerably, citing the indiscriminate, limitless, and cruel and criminal killing of civilians and starving out of Gaza. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert writes in an op-ed that yes, Israel is committing war crimes. Even before the short-lived ceasefire and resumption of hostilities earlier this year, hawkish former Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon accused Israel of committing war crimes and ethnic cleansing in late 2024. 1,300 academics from universities and colleges across Israel signed a letter denouncing a horrifying litany of war crimes and crimes against humanity in the Gaza war. While not yet determining whether a genocide has occurred in Gaza, this was back in May of 2025, the International Court of Justice issued a January 2024 interim judgment in the genocide case brought by South Africa, the niggas who are known for apartheid, against Israel, stating the fact,
They're like, we can't do it, y'all can't do it.
stating the fact,
Y'all just went up in our shit. Fuck.
like legit, stating the facts were sufficient to conclude that at least some Palestinian rights under the Genocide Convention are plausible and at risk of irreparable harm. This was in May of 2025. And they've started upticking the bombing in Gaza again after, in the West Bank again
This is almost
after
a year.
Iran.
Almost a year to the date.
Yes.
You don't think it escalated?
And you can consciously say
He's
the
going
shit
backwards.
Prominent human rights organizations, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and the University Network for Human Rights, including experts at Boston University, Cornell, and Yale, have determined that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza. Top genocide scholars like the International Association of Genocide Scholars, President Melanie O'Brien, Journal of Genocide Research, Senior Editor Dirk Moses, and What is Genocide author Martin Shaw say that the genocide is taking place in Gaza. Prominent Israel experts identifying a genocide in Gaza include Omer Bartov, Daniel Blattman.
Wait, say that one more time.
Prominent Israel experts identifying a genocide in Gaza
They came from the place.
include Omer Bartov, Daniel Blattman, Amos Goldberg, Lee Mordecai, Raz Sengel, Shmuel Litterman, calling it a consensus view among genocide researchers. So why in the flying fuck is that an acceptable answer?
Why are we here?
Why are we going backwards and distancing ourselves? Let's continue because it gets worse. And this is where it ends off. I'm thinking there's no way this nigga could answer this in a worse way at this point. We can rewind like 1/2 second and then hear how he answers the rest of this question.
And I referenced why I used it, a Tom Friedman article in that same sentence where Tom used it in the context of the direction that Bibi is going.
Not the current
and the
state.
concern, correct.
Okay.
And that is a legitimate concern I have that I share with Tom, that direction, if that vision and that direction of the far right that Bibi is indulging, that if they see the full annexation of the West Bank, then that's not something, that's a word you may hear others use.
Pause.
That's a word you may hear others use.
If they
So he not gonna use it.
If they annex the nigga, what?
If Bibi, who's himself an angel, keeps heeding the hums of the far right and indulging it, and they take the rest of the West Bank, then they keep going in that direction of maybe conditions approaching apartheid. But then that's a word that you may hear some people, not me, use.
Are you not tired?
They got
like,
this
not a
nigga
goddamn
balls.
Gavin, are you not exhausted?
This nigga son love Charlie Kirk, gang.
Do you feel no shame to have to perform like a monkey for these niggas?
No, literally.
Do you not feel nauseous after that interview?
No, like, you know,
Like,
no,
do
he
you
has
not feel that shit in your soul?
He has to
dog?
be like throwing up every single day.
You
because,
have
like,
to, bro.
We didn't even get like a as president. Like, he hasn't even announced it yet, so he can't even say like, as president, if I were to win and BB annexes the rest
He
of
wouldn't
the
be able to
West
answer
Bank,
it.
then the United States really has to get involved, or the United States really has to reanalyze our allyship, or the United States really has
over
to
at
think
that
about
point.
conditioning aid. No, because then the APAC California branch hit you with the what, bitch?
yeah,
Yep.
You
literally.
come right back to reality.
The second, and you know, I low key think that's part of the reason why he hasn't brought it up, because the second you bring up that presidential campaign, now you're gonna get those questions.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
that
what
was
will
really
you say
wild.
now?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because you have to declare anyway. We know you're running for president.
Yeah.
Unless you say, nah, I'm not, chief. You will be running for president by this time, 2027.
You're gonna get-
So if we are still, that's a word that some people may use. You want to know what's going to happen? It's going to be 4 more years of President Gavin Newsom saying, I'm really reaching a boiling point with BB. Any day now.
At
They
this
gotta
point,
have a
Israel-
come to Jesus moment.
Imagine,
Yeah, at that point-
what's left in Gaza to like.
At
you know,
that
you know,
point,
the
they would have
annexation of
already
Ga-
ran over Gaza. They would have already ran over Lebanon. Who
Like,
else knows?
you
what
wanna
There's
know
fuck
why
they
nothing
would
the
do?
fuck left.
Yes.
You know how I know he's gonna say that? Because guess who said that? President Joseph Robinette Biden.
Like
For 4 fucking years.
4 years.
Come on, Bibi's really pissing me off. Netanyahu's really
Until
making
he
me
was
upset.
fucking senile and he forgot he was pissing him off.
And then they passed it. And then they passed it to Kamala, and Kamala still didn't make it abundantly clear how much they pissing me off by conditioning aid or saying that she'd separate from Biden in any meaningful way, just to have the next nigga who we've appointed as it's his turn being like, that's a word that maybe you might hear somebody use if they continue. Like,
Maybe somebody will use it.
use it.
Not me.
American opposition to Israel.
Give up your seat.
Yeah.
Give up your seat.
Give up.
You're fucking
He
done,
will
bro.
lose that election.
Stop
He's
interviewing
gonna lose
this
that
nigga.
election like
And
horrible.
it's not going to be because Hassan Piker didn't vote for him. It's not going to be because we don't understand the two-party system. It's going to be because we understand the two-party system more than his Democratic advisors understand the two-party system. You are forced now. You want to know what the downside of the two-party system thing is? Is that you are now forced to cover a wide variety of political beliefs in 2 fucking parties.
Yeah.
So you have the responsibility as the Democratic Party to choose if you're going to widen or shrink your tent. Your tent wasn't big enough to win the last election because a lot of niggas said, oh, the politics not serving me. It's just status quo as usual. So your grand lesson is give me a white nigga who's even more status quo as usual and watch how much the tent shrink again. These
I feel
niggas
like
are
this shit gotta be racist, gang.
these niggas are poised to win.
America.
I feel as if the establishment Democrat Party feels as if like niggas that are opposed to the war in Israel and we'll call it a genocide are just brown people, black and brown people.
So you think they don't give a fuck because
Exactly.
of that? I mean, I think
they
it's
don't
just a
like
bit of
looking
both.
at
I
these
think
numbers,
it's that.
gang.
I think it's that, but I also think it's, bro, the U.S. and Israel relationship has been going on for
That
so
too.
long. Bro.
94 or some shit.
Yeah.
The Congress
These,
last
like-
term all took money from
Yeah,
the
like
lobby.
literally, these niggas. I was going to say these niggas are getting paid so much money, and it's so ingrained in like how our
They can't do
politicians
nothing
are.
but support it.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm thinking
there's not
like,
enough people going against the grain.
the hopeful side of me is thinking that like this clip is a good thing for like the people to look at it and be like, to really remove that narrow-minded mindset and to actually see that there's so many more options.
Yeah,
than
hopefully
having
he
the
gets like
exact same
10%.
problem.
Like no, like actually, that's what like this should be about.
Yeah.
Showing people and bro, listen for yourself what this presidential
What-
campaign
it's-
or what he
Yeah,
he does.
you listen right now.
Listen.
Because before you have to
All the
gotta
debates
hold our
and all the-
nose and
yeah.
vote and watch the debates where the nigga side talking XYZ, bro. He got directly asked. Van Lathan said, "I'm not voting for who's still supporting Israel or whatever."
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a trying to dodge.
Yeah,
Why
he
would he be trying to dodge that
want-
question? Because he can't touch that question. He's been advised not to touch that question. If you think that that's the person who's supposed to represent us in this moment, well, I don't know what else
And,
to tell you.
and
man.
stop doing that. Well, I mean, who else are we gonna pick? Nigga, it's
My
2026.
You could pick an average child out of like James Hart Junior High on God They Running This better than Trump and better than Gavin.
Oh God.
Oh,
Like
Jesus.
fuck off anybody else because Democrats have a layup. If you think about it, with how they
hard.
if you think
It's
about it, with how they
actually
killing
so easy.
niggas outside, you supposed to be put up a wet paper towel and they still win. You go nominate the one niggas who are capable of losing in this horrific time period because you refuse to move to where the country's
It's
at.
a-
We now know that Kamala lost substantial votes in the Midwest because of lack of support for Gaza. You dumbass are running this out here.
This a layup like on an 8-foot rim with nobody in the arena.
And this nigga scored both
Went over the
ACL.
goddamn rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
these niggas
man.
throwing the ball over the fucking backboard.
So
every
I
time.
want everyone to pay attention to it because that's unacceptable.
Yeah, no,
That's no.
campaign
That's
killing.
disqualified.
Campaign killing.
not
That,
sniff no
that
fucking
should be
eye
the
on.
end of Gavin Newsom. That is the end of him right there.
Unforced
Done.
errors.
Go
He's
back
not
to your
running
governor
yet.
role, nigga.
Yeah,
Fucking
over
Pete
with.
Buttigieg that with 0% black
Pete
support.
Buttigieg, that nigga.
Pete Buttigieg that. But yeah, nah, that shit's annoying, and it really does. Like the black and brown thing is part of it because everything that we say is always woke shit, even though it could be based in goddamn. It could be 90
Reality.
niggas. It could be 90 niggas who study genocide for a living. I wouldn't willingly choose to study genocide for a living.
Jesus.
It's 90 who study genocide are living like, yeah, it's that. And here come Gavin Newsom.
I would be like,
I mean, they can say it's apartheid, but not me.
they can
not
say that.
me.
Like, oh my God, do you know
not
how
me.
you sound? They can say it.
You wanna know what's gonna happen if he get vice president and he do a progressive pick for vice president? Vice President AOC. You wanna know what's gonna happen when we go in the back rooms? Can't talk about that Israel shit.
Sit your black.
That's gonna happen. Sit your brown
Sit your
ass.
brown ass. Yeah.
Then he's gonna come out on the stage next day, and AOC gonna have the worst appearance of her entire fucking life, trying to stutter around the question of genocide. This is how you get poisons in the party.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is how you fuck yourself over.
Yeah.
And I wanna get into it because there's this culture of like defeat that we all see that is permeated throughout all this shit, which is why everyone looking around like, oh, why can't we do nothing different? And you want to know where that stems from? It does stem from the racism. Because if you would have taken black and brown people's perspectives as anything valuable, like on a human level, years ago, decades ago, we'd have the infrastructure set up. Let's talk about the cultural side of that, which is how the white people be taking our shit and
What's good, Monica?
That is explaining to you why Gavin Newsom think he can sit in Van Lathan. It's exactly why Gavin Newsom think he could get away with sitting in front of Van Lathan and saying some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because gang.
It's
Y'all obviously
not-
look at niggas and think we joking. We laugh.
Exactly. we're a joke to everybody.
Yeah.
And we've always been seen as that.
Yeah.
Recently, Jack Harlow dropped the album called My Nigga. And on it,
It was, bro.
Yeah.
Why would it be called Monica, bro?
he
I
dropped
got
the album
blacker.
called My
I got black.
He talked about how he got skin conversion therapy. He's been dealing with it for the past 3 years. Oh my God. The starting song, and even in the description.
The gentrification of Lauren Hill.
Nah, but
The gentrification of lawyer. They call that nigga LL Cool Whip.
they call that nigga neo-Nazi.
Neo.
They call that nigga Daniel Caesar, dog.
Julius Caesar, gang.
Bro, I couldn't, right? So recently, bro, Jack Harlow's been up in the media, up in flames, getting canceled.
He came back. What was the last album he dropped?
Bro, he ain't dropping about like 2
was the
years. It was
one-
Jackman, I think.
Was it
Jackman?
the one with him in the studio with the white background? With the
Nah, that was
microphone?
before that. This recent one was the one. I think it was. Let me check. But it was, the most recent one was him like outside by like a gate. It was like his
yeah, it was.
introspection album, which people
That's the
called
shit
it.
He had Drake on it, right?
No, that's
No,
the other
no,
one.
that's the
I'm
white
not
one.
finna
So
pull
it was the
100 grand
last
out.
Yeah.
I'm not finna
That
pull
bullshit.
100
I
grand.
know my
I know
grandpa
my
would have.
grandpa. I'm gonna kill my grandpa with 100 grand, so I'm not gonna pull 100 grand.
out.
Turn that shit off.
This nigga the worst rapper of all. First of all, so, and it's like, get into it. Get into it.
Yo, you're bro. There's like an introspection lyric because that's what he was going for on Jackman. It was like this shit. You know, wait, what was he telling? You know what probably better than me.
He was like, oh, I had like, it was something with my dad named Kevin. Da-da-da. No, it was like something.
It was his homie name.
Yeah, he
Kevin.
knew the nigga named Kevin. And then there's like a story go. Oh, I seen a clip because it's one I watch his name Turning the Tables. He do music reactions. He do reactions with his dad who's named Kevin. So he listening to the song and then talking about Kevin. He shout out dad, Kevin. He talking about, then I got a story. He said he got molested. By who? By Kevin. And then the nigga,
That's what he said. I was like, and it came out of nowhere, dog. I'm like, you know what?
niggas trying to be Mr. Morale and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
break it
nigga
down
after
for
that,
us,
he took a
Mr. Mayonnaise,
3-year
nigga.
took a 3-year gap, which I don't know why these motherfuckers is taking the longest break.
You know
they
how
do.
it go.
So then he drops My Nigga. And on My Nigga, he got 9 songs on it, and it's only 28 minutes.
It's 28. I didn't know it was that.
It's only 28 minutes. It's short.
Hey,
it's short as shit.
I don't know
9
who label
songs,
is
28
watching
minutes.
this shit, bro.
I got
And
I
not
gotta
on
do
top of it,
calculations. I
you
gotta
were
do
gone for
calculations.
3 years and dropping a 28-minute tape. It's already crazy.
It
That's
kind of,
like the
yeah,
first
like
criticism.
I was gonna say, my question is like, what's the reason? Like, why would he do it then?
What, drop a...
Yeah, like 28 minutes. Why would you do it? Like, what's the reason behind it, gang?
He said, okay, so then the album is a neo-soul album. It's his take on that, right?
Keep it short.
Now, already when I'm hearing this, I'm like, bro, I got no problem with it. Motherfuckers gonna try what they gonna try,
Diversity
especially
and
white
shit.
artists. Like, we in a whole different new time of shit, right? He then goes on a podcast. He's interviewed about, he goes on this little press run when it first drops. And I hadn't listened to it at that time, but I was hearing people talking about it was a good album. Like at first when it dropped, everyone was like, yo, this shit is good. This is a different sound from Jack Harlow that we haven't heard for real. So then he gets on his interview and they interview him and they talk about, well, first off, why Monica? And he was like, you know what, bro? Something about Monica. It's just that name. So already, right? So already. Please. So already, my nigga, already, when you saying
Just something about that name, man.
it's something about that name when you're talking about stepping into a genre that you haven't touched as a white man from Kentucky, and your first statement in defending that is, I just like that name.
In a predominantly black genre. You couldn't even make up like
And
my
you
family
couldn't
member
come in, you couldn't do anything
my
else.
little sister named Monica. My mama,
little
granny,
sister,
nigga.
cousin, family
He could
member.
have been like
my
my mentor
mentor.
after Monica. You know what I mean?
my
Like,
mentor when
It
I was
could've-
growing
My
up.
dog named Monica. Fuck
It
it.
could have even been you was
Like a
messing with a
tribute.
girl, and her name was Monica.
It could have
and
been a
got
double
something-
on Monica Lewinsky. You could have did a bar flip or some shit. Nigga
So
said
many
I just
things
it's
as
just-
4 niggas in a room can conjure up ideas on how my nigga can be surfaced and used.
I just like the name.
So that's the first thing.
like the name.
So then the second thing the interviewer asked, and which I appreciate this man asked, 'cause it was 2 white men interviewing, but they be doing their shit when it comes to it.
Yeah.
He went to being like, well, when it comes to like, you know, white men and like white artists just generally stepping into like different genres, do you think there is a set of privileges that white people have that most people don't have to like stepping into genres? Because you see like with like, you know, Post Malone and
Valid
MGK
question.
who goes to like rock and goes to country because they started off with rap music.
It's unusual to have like Shabuzi.
Yeah.
Even though black people created country. Like
Yeah.
it became a whole thing.
It's
to have a big
unusual
nigga like
because
that,
the
'cause he
standard
black.
of country is a white genre, and it's hard for a black artist to step into it. And that's why that's such an important question, because you have to talk about the racism when it comes in these genres and when it comes to music in general.
Yeah.
The was like, well, I don't know about that. Like, that's what Jack said. He was like, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know about like, you know, like the privilege with that. Like, I'm not too like, you know, informed
The
on
politics.
that. So then the dude was like, okay, look, let me clear this up. Like, you know, you didn't take the traditional way that usually these like white artists take, is like going to country and go. He was like, well, no, I got blacker. I'm like, you got blacker, nigga.
Bang out.
So first off, the arrogance on you, and that's
that's
where it
what it
goes,
is.
right?
Yeah.
The arrogance on you to say you got blacker, whether you said it wrong and the people just misunderstanding. What proved that as arrogance and why it was ignorant, because your first answer to the first question that you got proved that did you really care? Because you don't want to answer the question about the privilege that these white artists
How
have.
you get blacker, but you don't know about the privilege of
But you
white
don't know. But you don't know about the
What
privilege
blacker
of
did
your own privilege.
What did you?
don't
What
understand
blacker
that.
did you get
I'm not-
in the
What
style of your
blacker did you
music?
get?
I'm not listening to no that if they cut off their fucking beard, their career's over. It's done for, nigga.
Cause how did the career start, nigga?
Grew a fucking beard.
Yeah.
That's when
started
everyone
rapping.
started
Grew a
respecting
beard,
me.
He grew a
spicy
beard
white,
and
and
white-
with
and
Drake
white
and
man.
them.
And guess who blew this
Cut
shit
your
up?
beard off, gang.
Guess who
It's
blew
over
up the
with.
what's popping? It was black people. So
Yeah.
like, you seen the
All
features
your
that came as a
music,
result
who
of
was
that?
You hanging around? What? Who
Wayne
was,
came
who was
in,
the
Tory.
main nigga that they was comparing Jack Harlow to when he stepped out? Drake.
Drake, yeah. They didn't even
Oh
give
my
him. They didn't
God.
even give him Eminem
Oh
because they
my
was like, he
God.
not even white.
Because
white.
you not even
He's
white
spicy
white. You spicy
and,
white.
and he
so
can get away
you
with
getting
it.
all this appreciation from the culture that you want to sell and that you want to try this neo soul project, and you can't even answer this simple yes or no question
even do your
that
due
is true,
diligence.
and you can't even do your due diligence.
Because you want to know what the
And-
due diligence is. It's not even like research or nothing. It's just like you're not aware of your own presence in the space. You
Yeah.
got
It
some
is
white-
research,
You got, you got some white people asking. You got white people again.
It's the coolest type
This
of
is the
research.
craziest thing about white people
Hell
is that they
yeah.
fold under zero pressure. Gang, you have white people in the room with you asking you. You could be a little bit mindful about you're a white person in this neo soul genre that you decide you want to do. Some other artists don't get the luxury of doing that. You say, I don't know about that because you want to duck the political question. Don't be controversial. Your agent probably told you that. And then in your next breath say, oh, I got blacker. It's because it's a disconnect for you.
Cause you got blacker.
It's a disconnect for you.
And,
You don't
and
even know your-
coming to like your history of like what people were saying to you, because it's not like as much as we accepted you into the culture, you were still getting criticism for being a mid artist in general. When you started off, it was the Kentucky bounce. That's what niggas was getting. They was hearing. It was like, okay, like this is just a new artist. It's just some shit to have in the background, shit like that. Then it went to a thing of like, whoa, like you not introspective enough. Like you're not really talking about nothing. Then you drop Jackman, talking about introspections of being in the suburbs and whatever.
Yeah.
Then it went to he was talking about he dropped like in that 3-year span he was working on a bigger album than before Monica, and he was saying it just wasn't resonating with him. He wanted to surprise people, and you wanted something different. So in order to surprise people, you wanted to make a blacker tape, and you got
Reaching that
blacker
bag.
because the reality, what is it? And I'm hearing the response of people saying like, y'all need to stop hating because y'all do this to like white artists every time they do something different, and making it seem like the hate is not justified.
yeah.
Because the thing was, and I listened to the album. First off, I listened to the album. It's decent background music. Do I think it is a lazy attempt to do neo soul? Yes. Considering off of the first point of it's a 28-minute tape to convey neo soul.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's
doesn't
lazy.
work.
Yeah.
This
It
nigga
doesn't
don't
make
even.
any sense. What were you saying?
I was gonna say this. They asked this to like address certain other like his like other artists or like.
Peter
That
Rosenberg now.
goes into a whole
Peter
other
Rosenberg
thing,
and them
right?
brought him on the podcast.
It's like, bro, you've done
Nothing.
nothing.
And
No
no
amount of like
research
you
at
really
all.
and I say like we say this and I know you'll get to this. It really is just for them. You wanted some album to drop to get you a lot of money off the publicity, the negative publicity you were gonna get from it. The problem is the nigga shit did ass still. I think it like debuted with 2K or some shit like. Oh shit!
Hold on, I gotta look.
I
this
swear to
up.
God, I think it debuted with like 2. Bro, it's also 28 minutes.
It's because it's controversial.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And when you have to reach in the
what
race,
did it debut with?
when you
It
got,
projected underperformed in its first week with estimated suggested roughly 19,000.
Okay, 19, not bad. I saw 2K. I was like, that is ridiculous.
But that was first week. You talking about debut probably like first day
Yeah,
or some
I don't.
shit.
Yeah, I saw it off like rap or something like that. Somebody posted it on
Wait,
Instagram.
dang,
He sold 19K, which is like
I'm like, yeah,
Off straight
because-
negative publicity though.
Yeah, that's my thing.
off
is
of
like,
that, in which
And the fucking costume this nigga having on with the Kango
Bro,
hats
with a
and shit.
fucking
Like, what
that's
the fuck?
that is a whole nother thing, right? Because aren't, and as much as you're getting the hate, and it's just like people are on my dick about this music. First off, right? People can say whatever they want to say about the music. I personally think it's mid. I have a few songs that I fuck with, but it's mid, bro. I'm not even trying to be like on your ass, but the main criticism was your answers promoting the album, and it's you're denying something that has affected our community for years since we got here.
Wow,
because
expecting us to be okay with
exactly.
using it.
And then now we go to like, then you can say, well, like no, like I was just trying to do my own take, nigga. Look how you dressing. You ain't never had this sweater and hat dressing like Common with the glasses. You know what you was trying to do. The old
dressing like Lil Kim
school of
and shit.
90s rap.
It's a
nigga.
caricature.
Yeah.
It's a character trying to promote an idea that you aren't even
And think about it.
from,
So
and
think
you
about
don't even represent.
So think about it, right? Because artists changing up their ethos and their aesthetic when dropping a project is not a new concept, right? But especially when you're in Jack Harlow's like music genre, and he did neo soul this time, but he a rapper. Look at what your peers who happen to be predominantly like black men do when they do that same thing. You had like Chromacopia. Tyler changed up his entire aesthetic. He goes with his general thing, his own introspective storytelling. Cool. That's just some shit out the back of his mind. Nigga Kendrick Lamar come back for the first time in 5 years. It's the savior. Nigga got the crown of thorns. Nigga doing all the other shit, right? Explaining his own journey. The thing that they
This ain't
did,
your journey, gang.
even J. Cole with the fall off.
Yeah.
It's the story of him visiting the same
29.
place 2 different times, 2 different ages or whatever. He putting on the veil, talk about his hometown, everything cool. What they didn't have to do was to pretend to be another from the past. They could give homage. Them niggas would give homage to like people like Pac and Biggie and all type of shit. Cool. But they didn't have to dress up like they was a different nigga who they're not from the past in order to evoke a certain image. No, they charted a completely different image that revolves around them, and then their name carries what that image is. You as a white have to do neo soul, which you know is more black, wear the Kango hat where you know is more black, and go on the podcast and say, I'm more black. That's
more
the
black.
fucking problem.
And then they say,
in and of
yo,
itself.
name 3.
And then they
name
play all the
3
classics
brand
for
new
you.
songs, and your dumbass
And you
doesn't
don't
know it.
that. And you didn't know it when you were on
So
the
the
pod.
problem lies on the culture being a commodity again.
Yeah.
This is white people's recurred problem with being present in this space. It's not that niggas just hating on you and niggas can't XYZ. We already being a black in America means you are by default signing on to the proposition that like the white people that you meet probably have said N-word before. Yeah. You just gotta accept that as like a natural clause. Now you telling me I have no right, I don't even reserve the right to be like, yo, this shit mid, this shit kind of ass. When you know you're trying to put on an aesthetic, that's what art.
We seen the same shit with Post Malone. We seen the same shit with fucking Kid Laroi. You know what? Kid Laroi thought he was a Chirac demon at one point.
Nigga, Kid Laroi is Australian.
He's Australian.
But you know what it is? You see it. You know that it's a commodity because you can see on how they even present themselves. It's outside the music. MGK, you heard the way he was talking. Yeah. You know who he was with at the time. Post Malone, the braids, the grills. Now, nigga, you drinking beer with tattoos, singing about country music.
Country bumpkin
MGK shit. Is now a rock star. Kid Laroi is probably taking ecstasy right now. I don't know what these white people do when they fucking free
And you know what everyone had a problem with Drake about? It's not that niggas was trying to take down Drake. It's that Drake is the one who get to be a Memphis nigga with the boots, with the mob, but he also get to be Habibi. He also get to be Turkish when he wants. He also get to be Armenian. Independence Day. He get to be Toronto when he wants to. Then he get to be
how
Memphis
you a thug from Houston?
How you Atlanta demon?
An Armenian? A fucking you probably sell change on the side.
He ring bells in the streets of Jamaica too.
Born in Canada.
Like
and he also got mob ties with
you
the
know what
cartel
all
down
this
in fucking,
identity
like,
does?
Jesus Christ.
All this identity that you niggas are forming is to sell a project that y'all want to put out, and that is the truth.
And to who?
And to who?
It's 70% white people, but to who?
Niggas.
In its intentions.
Because you
niggas.
And you wanna know why you're selling it to niggas? Because you're sitting here trying to prove your blackness, and you not even in our skin color, man. Fuck is we talking about?
That's when you know. He admitted it.
And
he said the words out loud.
You said it.
I got black.
Wait, so what did BTS do?
That, right? And last thing was Jack Harlow. And, no, actually, we gonna go to BTS. So I'm gonna connect to it. Okay. So BTS just had their comeback tour, and what happened was BTS got disbanded a couple, not disbanded, but they ended up taking a break a couple months, or not months ago, sorry, years ago, because they had to enlist in the military.
Where are they from again?
They're from South Korea.
BTS
is like the biggest K-pop group in South Korea. They make up about like 3 to 4% of like South Korea's whole like GDP. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God.
These niggas are so popping that because it is mandatory to enlist as a man. So like they had the option to be like, you know what, y'all don't have to do this because y'all make that much goddamn money. But they were like, you know what, we want to represent our people. Like we want to do this shit. And I fuck with it because like, especially with them, like it's not like, and this is why it's complicated talking about this subject when it comes to them, because they have been advocates of like not only black issues but issues going in their own country. So
they talk about black people shit.
So I was gonna say who's saying they've been advocates,
but I know they've been
advocates.
I know they've been advocates for like stuff, like different stuff.
Are black people saying they've been black advocates? I feel like white people be like, yeah, BTS been advocates, black advocates.
Not black advocates.
That's close to
BLM advocates.
Oh, okay, there you go. There you go.
Performative
Black lives do
So
matter.
we'll get to that.
Black square on the PFP. I get you.
I don't know if
Right.
BTS or
So
was
we'll
another
go back.
K-pop group that I seen that I was like doing the
Because they donated bread. So they donated like over $1 million.
They've been standing for social justice and shit in their own way.
So, do you think?
We'll get to
I ain't
that, right?
donated $1 million.
So,
You know?
so then recently they all got out of the military. And they had their interviews talking about, you know, we making new music and all this. And people are excited because the narrative when it came to BTS, and I'm not even that big of a BTS listener. My girl is, and she was telling me all about it. And even I went out of my way to listen to their music. A lot of the people were saying, like, you know, their music has been diluted because, like, they're on, like, the pop wave. It's not as good as it used to be. So they're talking about, you know, we're out of the military, like, fresh perspective, fresh ears, all this different thing, like, pen different, like, we finna come back with a bang. My nigga. So they come back and they make an album. It's called Arirang, and that's
Store your body.
so we'll get to that, right? So then they had a concert with Netflix, and they had this whole big like tour, right?
Okay.
So the context of the album name was essentially about. So the word itself it's a folktale song, and what it's a folktale song was it's about 7 Korean men who were classified as criminals in South Korea, and what happened was, and this was around 1896, and they fled South Korea and they fled to America. and they ended up going to Howard University, a predominantly black university, right?
okay.
So then they go there, and 3 of them, which this isn't even historically like accurate to how BTS portrayed it. 3 of the people there had got accepted to this class to make music, and they made this song called Arirang. And it's basically about resilience and longing and love, because one, it was a love story, but also was about the fact that like they're not like in their hometown anymore. They're not in South Korea anymore. So that was the inspiration about the album, because BTS said they wanted to come back and they wanted to be more, they wanted to go back to their roots, right? They wanted to go back to their roots, their cultural roots, right? So they had the concert like back in their hometown. They had in South Korea and everything.
Shout out.
So then they make an animated film, right? They make an animated film short before the album dropped, just teasing it, right? So it's about 1896, about the 7 Korean men who fled to Howard University. So as they're showing it, they're showing a group of, you know, the 7 boys singing.
In the middle of the university, like choir.
In the middle of the university in public. It's only about 3 black people in it, and it's all white people around the crowd. In the animated short, at Howard, nigga, outside the university.
Animated Howard.
It's predominantly white people in the crowd. As a
Howard
animation,
as in
I saw it.
HBCU,
As in
Howard
HBCU.
University.
Nigga,
The
yes.
Howard
Black.
University. I'm pretty sure like one of them, at least a couple of them D9s was like founded at like Howard.
No,
like
hell yeah.
Cornell,
Yes.
and like
So yeah, so they had.
I seen the short.
They
too,
had-
yes.
you saw
I was
the
in
short.
disbelief. They had like the southern like antebellum South, you know, garb on from back in the 1890s, and they singing the "You Dig," and it's a crowd around them. It's not their nigga.
They're doing
So I'm like, okay,
What is
bro.
the you
They
did?
just sing, you know how like
They
they,
just-
would,
they
you know how
just-
they would like sing, you know
I
how
don't know
like
what
it
the
be
fuck they
Christmas
doing.
caroling and they be like standing in line, they singing.
It's like some old school
It's some
singing
old school
shit.
shit. That's the posture they was carrying, just standing in line singing. And I'm looking at the crowd and it's not no nigga.
It looked like a Klan meeting, dog. Like for what y'all niggas trying to portray. Holy shit. So that's
HBCU.
that's already a miss on y'all, and that's where like the criticism was starting. I think they
Yeah.
ended up taking it down because they was like, oh, we fucked up. And even
that
in
bitch,
even
re-upload
in
it.
they had this music video. It was called the Swim music video. Even on the credits of the music video, these niggas credited white people before they even gave their own self credits. So that was like a whole nother thing.
Wait, what white people, the ones in production?
Yes. So now going into these dropping the album, they finally dropped the album. My girl's like, oh, they finally dropped it, because she's a huge BTS fan. And she was like, oh, you know what? Let's see if they change their music, because you know, you would think like you would have a fresh perspective just
back
getting
to
out of the
war.
goddamn military. I listened to that album. It's shit out the butt. It's so ass. I didn't know it could be that ass. There's a song called Number 29, and it's 1:30 seconds of pure silence.
You're fucking
You're
lying.
bullshit.
You're bullshitting.
They got enlisted in the military, and they got 1:30 song of silence. So it's 40 minutes, right? Now, mind you,
40 minutes.
It's 40 minutes. And I gave y'all the biggest context. They wanted to say they wanted to go to their roots. They wanted to, you
Back
know,
to their South
about their South Korean
South
roots.
Korean roots.
The first song is called Hooligan. So, baby,
God. Oh my fucking God, bro.
Go back to my roots.
so,
Oh my fucking
So-
God.
He's baby king.
the first song is called Hooligan, and I'm listening, and they were like, we some hooligans. And I'm like,
Wait, English?
in English? In English.
Wait.
So they were switching it up from like
I hear
speaking
them
their
do that
language to
sometimes.
English,
I
but
hear- yeah.
it was a predominantly like English song. Mind you,
for the white
fucking mind you, RM is the leader of that group. That is the nigga who he's the most fluent English speaker. Not everyone is. So now you have a song, and I'm gonna be honest, that was the entire album. Like they were speaking so much English. I'm like, damn, are y'all like fluent now? Like I thought y'all was trying to go back to y'all roots, and it wasn't just, and
Say
it
back to your
wasn't
roots
just,
and not
and
do it
it
in
wasn't just y'all speaking English. No, y'all speaking like me. Y'all niggas, they got a
ABE.
song called Fa.
They got a song called Fire. And what was that? I remember you played that shit for me and the kid. Don't.
Fire. I wonder where
How's
they
it
got
spelled?
that
Let me hear
word
it.
from.
It's FYA.
Fire.
Not even
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, we gonna get copyrighted. Doom.
Everything
Nigga,
lit
what?
is fire.
everything lit is Fa.
Everything
is fire.
That's not even you.
That's not it. That's not
Google
it.
Translate, gang.
And then there's another song.
They doing Jersey club twerk music, gang. Back to the roots.
Another song, Back to the Roots, though. And mind you, the context is about 7 Korean men who went to Howard University. Pull up at your block, we go knock, knock, knock. Yeah, had a little fun. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah.
We want to go back to our roots.
I'm not done.
Do they have guns in South Korea?
You can't even have a... It's not legal, JJ. It's not legal, JJ. It's not legal, JJ.
Didn't they sentence a nigga to death for trying to coup the government or some shit?
No, yeah, I think I know.
Nigga said pull up on your block and the guns aren't legal.
Yes, guns exist in South Korea, but private ownership is extremely limited and strictly regulated. Gun violence is very low because it's illegal for civilians to possess handguns or keep personal firearms at home. Only authorized personnel,
You gonna pull up to the block.
These was talking about chopped and screwed.
such as
on they
police,
shit.
military, or licensed hunters, athletes can use firearms. So what was you doing?
What did they say about chopped and screwed?
What was them niggas doing?
They
in the
was
war?
they was talking about like pop it low, chopped and screwed, shit like that on their lyrics. So
They don't even know what the fuck chopped
They
and
don't
screwed
even know
is.
what that y'all
Houston.
now.
That be the thing.
Now, mind you, right? Y'all want to go back into your roots. Most of y'all aren't that fluent in English. So when you're hearing the lyrics, and this is not even me trying to be bogus,
on your block.
when you're not that fluent, it kind of sounds a little tacky and corny. Everything lit, that's fine. Because regardless, your
dialect
music,
off
your
a
dialect
little
is
bit.
off.
It's
Like
and then
if
on
I
top of
tried
it,
to, like if I try to make something in
like
Spanish,
Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know all the
It's like
conjugated
Drake
I want
things.
to meet
Yeah,
your madre.
it's not going to be accurate
it's not
at all.
accurate, yeah.
So then comes
Everything
to the
lit is
concert.
fire.
Everything when it comes to the concert, right?
That would be happening when you light something on.
Everything lit is fat.
Like what?
First off, when it gets to the concert, a nigga opens it up by getting on the stage. What does he do? He puts a shiesty on.
Oh my God.
And by the way, when he put the shiesty on, the nigga did it wrong. All you saw was one side of his fucking eye because he couldn't do it properly. The nigga kept pulling it back and forth. You want to know why you kept pulling it back and forth? Because you don't wear shiesty. You don't pull up on nobody's block. You niggas just had your hair dyed.
I put a picture of the thing. Let me see.
Can we see it? Because I want to see if it's the right one. Can we see
Please
it, please?
tell me this is the right one, bro. Because I looked this shit up. I was like, there's no fucking way. Is that it?
Yes.
Look at his fingers in the air like you can have a gun over there, gang. You can't do that shit.
Okay, so my
They go for like a ninja type
I'm about to
thing?
crash.
BTS
Nigga said ninjas. So you see Donatello over there,
I
nigga.
don't see not a single.
No, these niggas are associating. Okay, if we're gonna be the BTS hooligans, we gotta be the caricature of what a black thug is in the United States.
Yeah, no.
So the white people can fuck with
We
that.
could take America by storm with that.
And here's what I want to say,
BTS
bro.
hooligan stage.
This is what happens when you commodify our culture and you perform, because all this is performative. Because
all it is.
when you
Because the white
go
people
in-
probably love this shit.
They love it. They can't tell the
They can't-
nuances about it because
Exactly.
it's a performance. The reality is, if you want to tell a story and if you want to intertwine cultures and make this such a significant thing about the introduction to K-pop music to America, because that's how the music got here, was them coming here and having that song. If you want to do that, cool. If you want to be more to your roots, you would speak your language more than the English you don't even know.
I don't like that. Literally,
You
don't make that
wouldn't be
big deal.
talking about black dialect.
Yeah,
And of course,
AVE.
sure, you had Will on it, you had these black producers on it, but my nigga,
there any black
what
writers?
does that what is
Like
that
I get,
prove?
and I get it. South Korea also is like a very like open and like especially to its counterpart, right? North Korea. It's like I know they're very open because I remember like learning about like the music scene back then and shit like that. But it's annoying when the only time, mind you brought up the thing with Howard. And there was no black people there. It's annoying when the only time y'all want to include black people, AV, these things into it, it come with a shiesty mask and pulling it up on somebody black, because that's all you understand about it.
Yeah.
I mean, because
You
when
don't
even-
understand the realities of like even the realities of how niggas get to shiesty mask and guns and all those things. Make an album about the American government and how these niggas.
Like
Yeah.
you could have someone if
And
they
there's
would have
so
had
much-
one nigga involved with not just the production or the AVE of it all. You would have had one involved with like story
Steer them in the
crafting.
right.
The
But
Howard
that goes-
thing,
but
the
that-
Howard thing is a perfect in route to make that connection to Black America.
Yeah, historically, that's a
But
good in route.
You could have did a whole thing.
You did it
like,
with no black
talking to
people.
the black people, presenting black people, be like, yo, this is the reason why we do hip hop themes and we hooligan and fire is because a lot of stuff we got, we wouldn't have had it without black people. Without black. Bang out. You
Bang.
have universal
And you
support.
could have did it in that way, but you chose not to because you wanted to sell an image. And that
and
is
the white people
you think
buy
it's
that
American
image.
They buy that.
Because that's American culture.
Yes.
It's not black.
That's
people
exactly.
culture.
Thank you.
But and on top of it, that goes
American
into what you
culture.
were saying. It's such an important thing because then that goes into a conversation of like, okay, like how much of K-pop has been influenced by the exploitation of black culture. You see it time and time again by how they dress. Bro, I'm gonna show you something. There's this artist. His nigga name is Tarzan, right? And Tarzan in South Korea, bro, he's been criticized heavily for trying to be black. Dog, look, bro. Like, look,
me
bro. You get no props
Get
to
it,
your
bro.
looks at all.
Nigga got two
Or like-
You
strands
just
in a band.
mindlessly
It's
do
a
it.
nigga with two. She's an Asian person with two strands, a fucking Tupac white bandana tied up just like
I
Tupac,
think I
with
seen that
chicken
nigga
and
before.
waffles on a fork, smiling at the camera.
I like
let
no,
me-
that,
what are
that's
we
all
talking
black
about?
culture
What are we-
means to
and
these
even- and
niggas.
even-
Chicken,
and
watermelon,
chicken, watermelon,
the vine
That's
shit.
all a meme. It's so because you want to look cool, you want to be a part of it. But my nigga, and even
That's
to the
Vine
people like,
shit.
Yeah, that is.
That's Vine
We're
shit.
Jerry
past the point-
Perp Drake.
Even
shit.
with
We're
the
in America.
BTS stands, if y'all come in here and y'all have the criticism, y'all even got to realize, right? The people that y'all were waiting all this time for, the people that y'all were waiting all this time for this hit ass music, they couldn't even deliver the promise of even speaking their own language throughout the music. The titles aren't even in the language of y'all. What y'all wanted. Y'all want to go back to y'all roots. No, these
They
niggas
trying
want
to
to sell
sell
you
to
an
the
image.
American
They want to
market.
sell
If you want to try to make
And
the
it's-
argument that your roots is rooted in the black American culture, starting with Howard when they came here, well then why is the like
Just make that argument.
just make that argument?
that.
Why
and
do
then
you
don't
need
try
chicken
to-
waffles as
Yes.
shiesty and bing
And
bing?
then don't try to be black.
What?
Be
Be
the
you.
influence
Be you.
that y'all pulled from it. Pay homage to the influence and be you. You niggas got to be black. Be whatever meme caricature you've seen on Instagram of black people. That's when it's insulting. There's not even like a poetic or a beautiful reference or anything. It's just fried chicken.
It's- I was gonna say, what's
fire,
even more-
trap beat.
and that's the
boom,
thing, it's
boom.
not
you
to
think
even-
we like Negro. Like it's so
That's the thing.
bad.
It's not to say that our culture is that. Y'all do that. What's so disrespectful about it is that when we talk about black culture, we have what that is to us and what that would mean to us, what would seem cool to us, what would pop out to us. You know, the younger black generation, whatever. We have what that is already. Y'all think what that is shiesty mask, guns, and exploitation. And maybe that's, you know, young boy and the culture of the music he has. And even in that regard, this nigga grew up in fucking Baton Rouge, Louisiana, my nigga.
Yep.
Yeah.
This nigga that's in his entire aesthetic is that way, not because he's a black person,
he
because
chose
he's
to.
NBA young boy.
yes.
Bro, and
Y'all
it's
niggas
that
think
easy.
every black person resonates with that, and that be y'all issue, my
Yeah,
nigga.
exactly.
And even if
Exactly.
it, and even like right, what you're saying, even if it wasn't your intention, if you're going to talk about a concept as delicate as that, you would do your due diligence to represent. Even when it started with the animated film, y'all would have the representation.
Because if it's about black people and not a black fucking and not a black caricature of thug. I'm a homicide. I'm a King Von. I'm a like, you know. If it's not about that and it's about actual black people, you will do the due diligence
You
of
will.
saying, "Let me learn about the culture.
I see
Let
you,
me
but you-
see what the people are talking about. What resonates with people, the younger generation. How do I make BTS something that presents itself to black people in a way where they feel like they're represented?"
I haven't seen
But
one
you
of these
won't
niggas
do
executed.
it in the same comment thing. as what they were doing, as what Jack Harlow
So
said about
frustrating.
being blacker, you won't be delicate with it. You won't take the time with it. Why? Because you don't understand it, nor do you care. It's
about
and
$1.
that's why it's that deep. Because when you do this and when you try to appropriate what you think black culture is, one, like you're already in South Korea where they have no understanding of even how we are to a day-to-day basis.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's already building a perception of like, oh, this is just how it is. When in actuality, no. And then on top of it, you're not gonna wanna take black issues serious because y'all can't even take black art serious. It's a fucking joke to y'all. It's a way to make money. It's a way to sell a fucking tour that is not even good at album that shit.
And it might feel bad for the people who really love BTS, but like the reason why white people love this shit is because a lot of white people and a lot of Asian people agree with this.
Yes. Yes.
This is white people's caricature of black people too.
Yes.
We seen the Miley Cyruses.
Yes.
That entire era where all the Justin
J's
Biebers,
on my feet.
the entire
J's on my
era
feet.
where these white people in Hollywood made a calculated, yo, you gotta appear like you not a child star, not soft, weak singing them lovey-dovey songs no more. So go J's on my feet, twerking, tongue out. Niggas done made entire genres that you white people occupy right now, and you reduce us to twerking, thotty, waddy, everything fire. We've seen it before. So when BTS comes right off the new thing, 2026, we gonna do this, and then you do that, and it looks like fucking Miley Cyrus 2013.
That ain't new game.
Well, I'm not surprised, bro. I haven't seen one of you niggas land this plane correctly. Not Jack Harlow, not BTS, not none of you niggas, because you actually have to see black people as human beings before you like go and try to commodify
You
it.
actually have to have appreciation for it, but none of you do.
That's
And
why the
even taking
niggas do it better than you.
Yeah.
That's why the niggas do it better than you.
Even taking it back to Jack Harlow, like one big example I wanted to use was look at Mac Miller.
Yes.
Mac Miller did not have to sit here and prove his blackness. Mac Miller didn't have to sit here and be like, I'm friends with Vince Staple and I make music with Schoolboy Q. He didn't have to do that.
And guess what?
Why?
Nope.
because that was him.
Yeah,
dog.
that's true talent, bro.
And he was
didn't have to
universally
front
regarded.
anything.
There's
Exactly.
not one
Everyone
rap.
loved that
I
nigga.
think the only rap nigga I heard that had like some controversy with Mac Miller was like Gold Link, and I don't even know what the fuck the extent.
Gold
of that
Link is
shit was.
fucking and that nigga fell off.
That nigga was talking reckless about fucking Mac after that. That nigga was talking reckless about, but like
I couldn't.
but
tell
like
that nigga from.
I say that to say because that was universally regarded. Like not even the dog Gold Link, but guess what? No one spoke bad on this nigga Mac after he died because it never once tried to do the Eminem thing where
I gotta be black.
I'm a white rapper, so I ribbity rappity skibbity scabbity bibbity. He didn't do that, and then he also didn't do Jack Harlow and BTS where I'm with the black people, so I gotta be.
I got blacker.
I
got a
got
Kangol
blacker.
hat on.
No, he was
talking
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
There's not been another Mac Miller. There hasn't been one since him. There won't ever be one again.
Yeah.
And that's how
And
you
that's
do that.
what matters. Yeah.
Yep.
People would appreciate your shit. People would have had way more appreciation. People wouldn't even went after BTS nor Jack Harlow if y'all niggas just took the time and if y'all really cared.
Yes. Yeah.
But if y'all really cared, that would have to come with a conversation of what that really means.
You wouldn't remember
Y'all
when
don't wanna do
remember that
that
clip
shit,
with Jack Harlow and Drewski when they were asked the nigga, it was like they asked the nigga like top vacation place. He thought it said vaccination place, and it was like, oh, they trying to get political. And it turned out he was misreading it or whatever. That's the funny part about it is like, oh, the nigga misread it. The serious part about it is this culture of let's not get political will lead you to doing dumb shit that you don't even realize. You can't even react to it by the time you've already done did the dumb shit because
Who
chances
said
are
let's not get political?
Jack Harlow and Drewski were both like, because they think we finna get political.
Yeah.
Gang,
But you
the
wanna-
problem is yes. So if you don't want to get political, don't try to touch on inherently political topics like, the black experience and soul music and neo soul, and then get asked about your presence in the genre, have nothing to say because you're not political. That means that you get to exploit without giving a fuck all the time.
Yep.
Until perpetuity.
Usually when people say don't get political, they ended up doing shit that's political anyway.
Yes,
And then you
because
end
you
up
don't,
in
because it's not that you're not
Especially
political.
when it comes to black issues.
It's just you don't know.
Everything about
then-
black issues, black people, black culture is political and has always been political.
And then you look fucking stupid when everyone's on your ass. And then you play victim to
Yeah,
it.
then you play victim.
When your first thing was, you don't want to get political, but you want to get blacker though. Then have
like
that
what?
conversation.
And you want to get that money off.
Have that
That is
conversation.
nuts,
That makes
bro.
no sense. You got blacker, but you don't want to talk about politics, nigga. What the fuck?
It's
talking about?
It's the quiet in the background, and we seen it when that nigga was on that podcast with Peter and Ebro and them, and I'm like, I didn't recognize some of the songs, right? And I got my fair share of being roasted when I was a kid because I didn't like know New Edition or like stuff like that. You know, different socialization. You take that, you wear that on the chin. You the whitest nigga talk about Monica. And you not knowing like
three Monica.
You can't.
Bro.
I couldn't name 3 Monica songs. I tell you that.
But
So-
here's the thing: you not portraying that shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally couldn't name 3 Monica
Yeah.
songs from his album because I have not listened to that goddamn album.
Oh,
Nor
yeah,
did I-
Oh, I thought you meant
no,
like
I
the
didn't.
actual
No, but
artist.
he couldn't
Yeah,
name.
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
Soul
that,
Gangsta
like
or anything.
even that, like I guess the difference with like even you not knowing, I guess the difference with like that nigga is like no matter if it wasn't played in your household, you still you have such a close proximity to it.
Yeah,
whether
my
you go
homies,
to the
my
barbershop,
friends.
whether your homies
Yes,
playing
when I
it,
was-
because that's what it means to be black. When you white, you from Kentucky. And you're doing all these things to try to be a nigga, and you don't even understand you haven't even listened to that side of music.
Yeah, at the minimum.
That's what that's what it's about. It's not about how many songs you know. At the minimum, have you done your due diligence into into researching the genre?
I'm
you're
not
trying to
dropping
get
a
into?
Spanish album.
If you don't know shit about the fucking genre you're trying to get into, what the fuck are you
I don't
doing?
need Bad Bunny to do. I don't need Bad Bunny to do fucking To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, like
If I have some
you don't.
inspiration from like a fashion item in South Korea
are
and
you
I want to
gonna do about
represent
it?
it with my collection, nigga, I'm going to get consultants.
Yes.
I'm going to have representation
Yes,
of it.
you're
I'm
gonna
going
go
to talk about the
probably
meaning.
and check it out.
I'm going to make sure that
Immerse
I can
yourself
hit the
in it.
nail on the head because
they-
I give a fuck.
And I was gonna say they know that.
Sound like that
Because
nigga.
they do that
Yeah.
when it comes to fucking country music, Post Malone now.
Or the samples.
Oh, you see Post Malone over there with Reba. Post Malone's over there with Dolly Parton. Why?
Because it's the most truest thing to you, my nigga.
Exactly.
Yep.
But when it comes to black people,
Nah, it'd be good.
what the fuck?
And that's
Like,
the criticism,
what?
and that's what it means to not
Throw this
answer.
Kangol hat on.
Literally. And Jack Harlow, bro, no one's not talking about your music. Even though it's mid. But niggas is talking about you to answer the question, bro. Because when you don't answer that question, you don't answer the main question when it comes to black issues. Because it goes far deeper
I feel like
than music.
I feel like I get so sick of the woe is me shit with like the white people in the space because you knew that it was gonna be a
Like,
conversation.
that's why you
and
did
you
it,
came
bro.
not prepared, and you
Like you
came
said, I
not
was
prepared to
talking.
answer.
So
the
weak
question.
ass up.
And you
nigga.
came not prepared to answer the question.
Oh,
You
bro.
knew it and you came not prepared. Come on. Like if he would have just dropped it and named it something else, but it came out sounded like fucking Afro Blue, niggas would have said it anyway.
Mad you, I
But
ain't
now-
saying, bro. Have you heard? Mad you, have you heard anybody like Jack Harlow, BT? Have you heard these niggas talk about anything that's happening in our world right now?
No. So how do
I
we
guess
keep?
the Jam got it.
At what point?
I hate you, nigga.
That's
There's no way that that's real.
Yes.
Hooligan.
BTS.
Wait, trapping? Did he say
Drop it lower than chopped and screwed. That's the shit I was talking about.
Drop it lower.
Alright,
than
Let's talk about ice.
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
ice.
what's going on in the world because
these niggas is-
evidently,
That
if
ain't what
niggas
chopped
can't
and
give you the
screwed
real,
is.
they can't give you the fake either.
I hate you, nigga.
If niggas can't give you the real, they can't give you the inspiration, they can't give you the fake, they can't give you the anything. And we see a concerted effort to not talk about, you know, all this shit. Which I mean, if you did, you'd probably be more akin to what black people are coming from. I know some of you niggas still mad, but sometimes I can't continue to explain things to you. When we address this conversation of what's going on in the world and the Trump administration, we kind of talked about it earlier with Gavin Newsom because the reason why I be bombing on niggas like that is because it's evident that you don't want to. Iran claims to have shot down an FA-18 fighter. That's another one.
All right.
Tell me about how good it's going.
15 million down the drain, gang.
Niggas family.
Hit
You're not
by
even
a
15,
$10,000
nigga,
bomb.
100.
$100 million
18, what?
plane.
F-18? The fighter jet?
Oh,
That shit
yeah,
gotta
no,
be
no,
like
no,
100
yeah.
million.
F-18, rah. They can't even put that on the radar. We're here today in 2026 with the United States government flubbing everything in the Middle East and around the world. And the president of the United States is still needs to be impeached and convicted and arrested and tried, and everyone else in the Epstein files needs to go, and all this shit that's still sitting here
Yeah.
open in the hellhole that is the American government.
elephant right here.
It's like, you want to
You
know what's
can't miss
happened?
You can't miss
You
it.
can't miss it. It's in your face.
You can't, bro. And you want to know what happened? It's been like a struggle to hold on to like sanity because our real life politics has become GTA 5.
Yeah.
GTA 6. There is not. I'm like
GTA 6 cannot be like
I think that
satirical
I
anymore.
think GTA 6's storyline is gonna be mid. Because ain't shit you could realistically
ain't
make
shit-
up in that game
ain't
that
shit
ain't
to get
already
on it, bro.
happening. gang.
Yeah.
Like it used to be satire. It used to be like a clear
Shit.
I be hearing shit that they be saying on the radio.
Take over the world.
I be hearing shit they saying on the radio. Sound like a Fox News broadcast.
Yeah,
So,
no, like exactly.
So
You
we're
don't
here
even
now.
need the game no more. Just go outside.
You don't
and
even
join
need the
ice,
game,
nigga.
bro.
yeah,
I be
what
in
you
the-
doing nice, gang?
What the fuck
I
you
was in the
want?
gym seeing how Fox News would talk about like the war in Iran, and I'm just like, that is your video game, gang, because this shit can't be real.
Yeah.
Basically, what's been going on is, and I know everyone's been seeing it, is the Republicans are in control, and that means that something is not working anymore.
Yeah.
This time it's the TSA.
Yeah.
So, because everyone been waiting in these long ass lines.
Yeah.
There was one video from like CNN where the reporter goes in and he's like, I think he's in Dallas or somewhere in Texas, and he's not that one. He's reviewing the lines. This one. So let's take a look at what the fuck's been going on at ye local airport.
This is the TSA pre-check line. We've dealt with this before. This line stretches all the way down here, but here's the new wrinkle.
Pre-check.
Step outside with me real quick.
This is
You kind of have to
pre-check
see this
line.
one to believe it. This is actually still the TSA
Jackson
pre-check
flew in
line.
there.
This line now wraps outside. So if you think about it, it wraps around the inside 4 different times, then comes outside and wraps around 2 other times to get all these passengers through. No one has an
That shit.
expectation for how long they're going to be standing in the line. And I want to stress, this is the pre-check line. On the other side, on the north side, that line's even longer. It is outside the building. Everyone's trying to figure out exactly what to do. And on top of that, if you have a check bag, it can take an hour to check in your check bag. So this now wraps, back around and through the building again before you even start the normal line to get back this way. So
Holy shit.
to say I've never seen this before would be an understatement.
He's never seen nothing like this before.
First off, I'm not waiting in that line.
I'm not
These
waiting
are
in that
the-
line, gang.
These are the 14 airports. The 14 airports that this is happening at is Chicago O'Hare,
Oh, my
Cleveland Hopkins, Hartsfield Jackson. This is that's in Atlanta. William P. Hobby, that's Houston. John F. Kennedy, New York. LaGuardia is New York as well. Louis Armstrong, New Orleans. Luis Munoz Marin, which
I
is
ain't never
Puerto,
heard of
that's
that.
Puerto Rico.
Oh shit! I be really naming them.
Yeah, you know, ICE is in Puerto Rico. We ain't even gonna get to that. Yeah, gang.
Oh my god.
Stationed them in Puerto Rico. Newark Liberty, that's Newark, New Jersey. Philadelphia, obviously. Phoenix Sky Harbor, and then Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh, and then Southwest Florida. So it's 14 different airports that ICE is stationed in. What are they doing? Let's get into it.
What's going on? Why can't anyone fly anywhere anymore? What's happening? Oh God.
The Republicans. That's why.
Yeah, so basically what has happened is, and this is in an article in Al Jazeera, I found a few that it's a good explainer, catch everybody up, by Elizabeth Melimopoulos. I hope I said that right.
Melimopoulos. Shout out.
United States, actually, let me scroll forward. What happened? About 50,000 TSA officers have not been paid due to the partial U.S. government shutdown after Congress failed to pass funding legislation on February 14th. Although TSA officers are considered essential workers and many are still on the job, a lack of pay has led to increased absences and staffing shortages at airport security checkpoints across the country. Many TSA workers have had to take a second job to support their families while they're not being paid. And as a result, long lines and delays have been reported at several major airports. And to help manage the disruption, the government has been deploying hundreds of ICE agents to assist at some airports. Now, this is nuts for many reasons.
I want to do like level 1, right? The bare minimum level. What is ICE used for again?
Immigration and customs enforcement.
Who's flying without documents? Can you get a flight without documents?
I don't know. Maybe the ninjas.
That's like the floor level right there.
Bro,
Maybe the ninjas. You
Bro.
know how to.
that's an illegal immigrant. Just
Flying,
walking
just
in-
flying and shit.
Men now. Like, what are you talking about?
So now if I go to the airport,
It's the same.
If I go to the airport and these niggas give me my green card, am I gonna get tackled? Am I gonna get my ass whooped? Am I gonna get shot?
Yeah. Because
Like,
They said the first woman they got I think they said a woman they got had temporary protective status.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because having legal anything doesn't mean shit anymore. It's just if you are brown, because they've been taking away niggas' legal protective status.
the nigga that did it was Asian, by the way.
If we're talking about TSA delays already, your genius idea. Do you know what? To speed up the delays, let's put niggas in there that can make this a lot more fucking worse.
So let's take just a look. We can go to the first video with the dude Jake Sheridan. He is a City Hall reporter in Chicago, and he reported on the ICE agents in the airport. Let's just take a look at where our tax dollars are going.
Surely they're helping out, right?
The vital services that ICE is providing.
I mean, come on, man. Surely they're
Saw a ton
helping.
of ICE agents
Surely,
today
you
at
know.
O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. They were mostly just standing around chatting or on their phones. Many of them had guns and all wore bulletproof vests. Most of them also wore medical face masks, and they were stationed at passenger exits around the airport. I saw at least a dozen, and Mayor Brandon Johnson's administration said they expect around 75 in multiple shifts throughout the week. President Donald Trump sent them on Monday, and me and my Chicago Tribune colleague Talia Soglin reported on it. Trump's administration said that they were there to do basic tasks to support TSA agents amid a government shutdown that had caused long lines. ICE agents are getting paid during this time, but TSA agents aren't. Some people were really bothered by the ICE presence. Brad Hackney from Kentucky said this after landing.
They don't belong here. They don't belong stalking people coming off of the planes. It's pointless. And it's just to cause fear, threat.
But a Brazilian tourist I talked with told me he didn't care, quote, as long as they help and keep the line short. Chicagoan Sean Mills told me he protests at ICE's Broadview Processing Center regularly. He went to the airport to document human rights abuses that he feared would happen.
They're kind of just paired up, just shooting the shit, sitting around. It's a scare tactic. It's to normalize their presence among normal day-to-day society.
Yes.
Follow me for more Chicago news and read the Tribune.
Yep,
Yes.
that's a really good shout that he makes at the end there, because that is what it is. We're going to talk about the broader scheme that I think is, and I've heard Emma Vagelin talk about this as well on a majority report, staging for them to put ICE at polling stations during the midterms in November, probably 2028. Trump and them have been gearing up to steal that election. Literally, they just had that FBI raid on fucking election offices, and I forgot where it was.
Was it 350,000?
It was something. I need to look up the details of it, but it was either
it was
either
in
in
Georgia, right?
Atlanta or
it might have been in Georgia.
But I think it was in Georgia, and that was when they had Tulsi Gabbard, who's the director of national intelligence. They were flaming her in Congress because they were like, "Why the fuck were you there serving a search warrant on voting registration? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why is the president authorizing this? Why does he know?" So they're gearing up to steal the election and to continue intimidating people, which probably has something to do with why Trump made the call to send them there. Because again, ICE is being sent via our tax dollars to do a job that they are not trained to do.
They're not doing it.
Why do they need to be in an
They're
airport?
standing around.
They're standing there because they don't do travel safety or ushering people through lines or anything for that matter. They kill niggas unconstitutionally.
And here's another thing, right? For the people that are like, okay, then how do we get them out? What do we do? What's going on? What is Congress doing?
Oh, well, we have to get to all that. Yeah.
Are we about to get to the Democrats and the Republicans?
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the shutdown.
What you better say, y'all?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, back out. But because I want to talk about we'll talk about what we do and what we can do afterwards. But the reason why all this shit is happening is because the Republicans and the Democrats are beefing over over funding for the Department of Homeland Security. I'm reading here from an article in NPR. Congress loses a flying perk as DHS shutdown continues because they did lose their flying perks, like special privileges to Congress members. I think United, I think Delta
did too.
And there's so they're starting to
flying perks, as in like the concierge, like little like place where you can get the drinks and shit,
and also like
point,
and like getting them through fast as fuck,
fast as fuck,
they're Congress members, so they get extra privileges. That shit gone. Because they can't decide on funding. In the wake of the killing of 2 U.S. citizens by immigration and customs enforcement officers in Minneapolis, congressional Democrats said they wouldn't vote to fund DHS until changes, specifically for immigration and customs enforcement, were put into place. So this is, they got to take the masks off. Yeah. They got to do whatever other little reforms that they doing. We're saying abolish the shit. DHS should not be funded until something happens with that agency because they have been able to just kill niggas.
Like
they've
what
no
I'm
consequences.
It's like there's a lot of people that are upset about the flights, and obviously, nigga, we got a flight coming up that we're gonna have to go there for. These niggas could probably be here. The problem is, bro, the fight that we're having, the reason why we're here is because the Republican Party has shot down 8 fucking times the different proposals that Democrats have brought to fund TSA and just not fund DHS, ICE. And they've said, fuck that, we not doing that shit. And then they keep saying, y'all blame the Democrats. Nigga, the Democrats, at least in this case, now, do we want abolish? We don't want reform. We want abolish. But right now, we have reform. These niggas are holding them hostage and holding basically the American people and international and domestic travel hostage because they want more funding to DHS. And the reality of it is no, that can't be the case, bro. So as a people, and that's what I was going to talk about, like if it comes down to like your job and shit like that, this is where something like a strike or these things can be the most effective. If your job, if people's jobs are permitting them and they have to go travel, obviously like medical is different and all, there's so many different reasons why people are traveling day to day. But if it's like a job or some shit, bro, I'd be telling these niggas, fuck off. Until my employer, say it's Amazon, because back at Amazon, we used to have a lot of people, you know, higher up people, L4, or L5s, L6s, L7s, whatever it is, who are traveling across the country if they got to go help this place or they got to go help this place. I'm not going nowhere, my nigga. I'm not waiting in a 7-hour line where you're going to have to place me in an XYZ hotel, or I'm not going to get a hotel. I'm going to sit in a fucking airport till my next flight. Why would I do that when this is not a American a civilian problem? This is the government is trying to overreach and see what is the breaking point? How bad can we push on this issue before the American people do something about it?
This should be how you view it, because it's not
it's not just like, oh, inconvenience.
Yeah, it's not just the inconvenience, and it's not just the government doing that shit again, and you look, they can't even get TSA working. No, this is the people in the White House in particular, Donald Trump, Republicans, and the oligarchs are legit trying to hold the American people hostage and as like test animals. To try to see,
and then you got Elon.
How will you react when you get your little daily needs, daily conveniences interrupted?
Revolt. Bro, then you have Elon Musk coming on Twitter talking about, Elon Musk came on Twitter the other day and was like, I'll offer to pay the TSA's wages. No, bitch ass. We don't want you billionaires to pay after you fucked up niggas' living situations already. They haven't got paid in a month and a half.
He needs to be prosecuted too, because he fucking ransacked the government and a bunch of niggas' checks and everything.
We want y'all to pay taxes. We want y'all to pay your fair share. None of this shit would be happening if that happened already. If TSA already had money allocated from billionaires' money that they was making in like a set away fucking escrow or some shit where the money was going, we wouldn't have these problems. The problem is they can flip the switch whenever the fuck they want. And that's exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Which is also why workers that are contracted with the federal government or do work in close definitely need to have that union protections, because guess what, gang? In the event that shit like this happens and they start playing political football, now you have essential frontline workers who aren't getting paid. There needs to be some sort of failsafe that, like, even when there's a government shutdown and they can't see eye to eye, at least there's some supplemental funding that runs out maybe in like 2-3 months, so that y'all could like hash it out and niggas can still do their shit. But no, you are holding these niggas' jobs quite literally as the political pawns in this game.
Literally.
So let's talk a little bit.
Listen, I like that you said that about Elon, because like you niggas can come and be like, yeah, like let's put money so we could suffice this problem. But the problem isn't the fact that they're not getting paid.
Problem is you.
The problem is the fact that y'all can do this whenever y'all want.
Yes.
Y'all can fuck with people's lives whenever y'all want, whenever it's convenient. Because now you're talking about taking niggas' jobs for over a month, and we talk about TSA.
So let's talk about like a little bit more about the substance behind the deadlock. So Congress has to pass spending bills to keep the agencies funded. In February, lawmakers approved $1.2 trillion, which was the big bullshit ass bill, to fund most of the federal government through September. Actually, I think this was a different one from the big bullshit ass bill, but ICE already got fucking
they already
billions
got
from
billions.
that. That's why they're still getting paid. However, funding for the DHS, which oversees agencies including TSA, ICE and CBP, Customs Border Protection, was left out and was supposed to be voted on separately. This is why the shutdown is affecting TSA. The agency is a part of the Department of Homeland Security. Democrats refused to support the DHS funding bill unless there were changes made to immigration enforcement. Their demands included requiring immigration agents to identify themselves and banning racial profiling. Because mind you, that's just
that's what we're arguing
this
about.
This agency has turned into the Klan, gang.
That's what. So for everybody that's like, oh, TSA, they just need to come to work. No, we need to be standing with TSA because in this case, the Democrats are arguing that DHS shouldn't be able to what? Racially profile niggas and wear masks.
Why is it?
How is that like?
Why do the Republicans get away from defending that?
Get away from that
with defending that position. That's their position.
The position
we should have racial profiling, and we should allow these.
The position should not be. Oh my God, pay TSA and fuck the DHS. No, the position should be stand with TSA and stand with the Democrats in this case for however long this goes, whether that means telling your employers, I'm not flying anywhere, or even just stopping domestic travel. Why? The other option is, or the Republican Party gets to do what? Racially profile niggas.
And those demands that the Democrats made came, right after the murders of
Alex Freddie and Renee Good.
On top of that, Keith Porter Jr.
Yes.
On top of the myriad, that one woman who got shot 5 times from fucking Chicago. Mm-hmm. She lived to tell the story. Like, this agency has been going fucking crazy. The Republicans rejected the proposed changes and also opposed a Democratic plan to pass partial DHS funding that would exclude immigration and customs enforcement, but it would have gave TSA money.
Exactly. That's what's so crazy about the shit, my nigga. It's not like they haven't been like, all right, fuck it, we'll just fund TSA. They just don't want to fund the KKK, my nigga. And the Republicans are like, no, they've shot it down 8 times.
And you know what our dumbass president says? He says, if the radical left Democrats don't immediately sign an agreement to let our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant, patriotic ICE agents to the airports where they will do security like no one's ever seen before.
And what are they doing, JJ?
Christ. Standing there.
Bunch of minorities. That's another thing we're going to talk about.
A bunch of
minorities.
And brown fucking ICE agents.
And also, threat. The fact that you're using it as a threat. We're going to bring ICE agents.
The left Democrat, it's a political threat.
Yeah. Radical, if it's dead ass a threat.
And also, one thing that we also got to realize, too, is that now they're saying that if the Democrats want to open the government, they have to pass the SAVE Act.
Yes. That's the other part of the negotiations. So the Republicans basically came and went to that nigga Donald Trump and was like, okay, we're kind of ready to make a deal with the Democrats because everyone's calling us like these TSA lines is getting fucking crazy. We're ready to do a deal that funds most of the Department of Homeland Security, but it doesn't fund DHS, or it doesn't fund like ICE and all types of shit like that. But then the next plan was they're gonna, remember when we talked about a while ago the budget reconciliation thing, where they can just force it through, they don't really need to get Democratic support. Yeah. What they wanted to do was get the first bill and a deal with the Democrats, maybe do some ICE reforms or whatever, and then pass through a funding bill through budget reconciliation where they don't need Democratic support, and through that they could put some of the SAVE Act, which was the voter suppression bill, the one where you have to have a passport and your birth certificate to vote, which if you don't have either of those things, which many people in this country do, or if your name got changed because you got married, women, your vote is now suppressed. Yeah. And he wants to do that before the midterms and before the 2028 election so he can voter suppress millions of people in the country and stay in power.
I'm like, I'm like, the reason why niggas aren't talking about it is because the people don't understand what's happening right now. They're just like, the TSA lines are long. No, these niggas are holding the government hostage.
Yes.
Like, actually, right now.
Yep.
Actively right now. Mind you, I pulled up something as well for the DHS. Oh, well, they need their funding too. These niggas on July 4th, 2025, with the big, beautiful bill, like you said, specifically for DHS, got $190 billion already. What the fuck are we talking about?
The money's there.
The money's already there. They're getting way more money than what?
Yep.
Education, healthcare. Like, what are we talking about?
Yep.
I don't even know how people are not even like present to this when like this literally just happened.
This is, bro, this should be
They're
like
thinking about doing financial incentives because they can't actually just put the SAVE Act in the fucking budget reconciliation. You can't do that. So they're thinking about doing it in a roundabout way, providing financial incentives to states who will do essentially poll taxes. And then we gonna support you.
Oh
in
my
that
God!
way.
We'll
They
give y'all
really
states
trying to
money.
rig this.
We'll
Because
give
guess
you
what?
money to voter suppress y'all fucking constituents.
The Republicans didn't even have support among this. This was Trump's shit. So they came to him ready to make a deal with them, and then Trump was like, nah, we're not doing no deals until we get part of that SAVE Act in there. So this is why they've repeatedly rejected funding TSA in particular, and why they're still trying to conjure up some plan through which they can literally steal an election. And we're talking about like pedophiles who are bombing countries illegally right now.
Like this is
It's literally gonna get to a point where niggas aren't just gonna fly,
Bro.
And I actually hope it.
That's
gets to
no.
It's
That
like-
is what
yeah.
needs to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
As the people that are here, and I understand if you don't have the ability to, depending on if it's medical, if you're going somewhere, whatever it is. But if you can, bro,
Yeah.
you have to understand what's happening right now, my nigga. You're not in a 5-hour line because TSA can't get their shit together. No, you're in a 5-hour line because the president of the United States is holding you hostage.
Yes.
That's what's happening
Yep.
in your own fucking country.
Yep.
How is that not getting through to niggas?
Yeah.
That's
what it
what's
is.
happening.
We about to, everyone gonna throw up their hands. It's just the government. This is so. Why does all essential government services stop working when Republicans get elected? Why do we have the longest shutdowns in government history when Republicans get elected? Why do these niggas barely squeak in through some electoral college victory, barely even getting the majority, and then fuck everything up? It's because these have been obstructionists since goddamn at minimum the Obama era.
Yes.
Why do you think Obama agenda got killed?
Literally.
This same force of people who've only gotten more and more right-wing authoritarian to the point where they're just wanting racial profiling to come back.
Like that's the ultimatum.
like,
The
these are the
ultimatum-
people who
you're
are
that
sitting
bold.
there.
Yeah, the ultimatum is you either fund us or you fund us and get racially profiled, or you sit in a 7-hour TSA line where you miss your flight and your mother dies in that ICU hospital she's in.
And blame the niggas who are not in power, despite the fact we've been in power for more years this decade than the Democrats have.
And then you're gonna blame
So-
the workers.
Yes.
No.
Holy
Then we blame
shit.
the workers. So what
Holy
needs to happen
shit.
right now is that the Democrats need to hold firm and not agree to any fucking funding bill that does
Please.
not have significant.
Please.
The
Also,
bill
Democrats
doesn't
Don't
change.
make the same mistake twice, my nigga.
Also,
Yeah.
the Democrats need to do what Zohran Mamdani is doing.
Yep.
Educate people on what the fuck's going on.
Yep.
You're telling people it's a 7-hour TSA line. No one knows the fuck why. That's why niggas are mad.
Yes. Yes.
Tell them why. Tell them why.
Because you don't.
Fuck.
Because it has nothing to do with you.
Don't
and you
just-
should be. Education is not the
They get
enemy.
paid
Oh
by
my
airlines.
God,
Jesus
bro! They
fucking
they, you know
Christ.
what they do? They just show the line and be like, "Oh, we've never
Look at all
seen
these
this
black
before."
We've never
But
seen
let
this.
me not tell you why.
Tell you why. That's what CNN and these outlets, and even I seen Joanne Reed talk about why she left mainstream news, because they give you the footage of saying death to America, but they don't give you no context.
Yeah.
I wanna
So
wait. Say it real quick. No, go ahead, because some bullshit.
yeah, this is my last thing to wrap up. But just to that demands, those demands need to not change. Yes, we need to start saying, hey, if you want me to fly somewhere for work, gang, you either be talking about getting me a nice luxury fucking train, figuring out some other thing, or I'm doing remote, gang.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
like literally.
it's actually a
Remote.
just
remote.
We was just in quarantine. Y'all niggas forgot.
I'm about to say, no, they kept that. They kept a lot of these business kept the remote thing to make the most money, bro.
yes.
You don't got to bring that many workers back into business. All right, then we exercise remote then. On
Unless
top,
y'all got lawyers that are ready for niggas to get detained and fucking.
outside
No,
of
that
that,
ain't happening.
Outside of that, try your best to avoid that situation and travel and
educate the people around you
And
about what's
please.
happening.
Yes,
Please.
It's
exactly,
just
because
information
this shit is not happening by accident, and it's not just the airports moving slow. You should be angry. You do have an enemy here, and this fucking Donald Trump asked for $200 billion more for Iran war while this is going on.
While
this is
That
going
is
on,
2.8 million public school teacher salaries, 2,857 luxury 737 jets, 378 years of federal public broadcasting funding, 500 more White House
more
ballrooms,
that some of you niggas
4
support.
years of a fully funded National Institute of Health, 2 million Cash Patel trips to Milan via private jet, 16.2 years of IRS funding at pre-Trump levels, 40% of Greenland if it were for sale, 22,666 Melania sequels, and 16.9 TSA budgets according to Mother Jones.
I want to take it back to the jam.
These niggas don't give a fuck.
I want to take it back to the jam talk. The nigga who asked how long we finna be on here for, nigga.
Until something goddamn fucking changed.
I couldn't tell you, nigga.
Yeah.
They killed bro whole family. I'm not off it. I'm not off it, bro. They killed the whole nigga
They
family.
killed the Ayatollah of Iran's entire family, and now his son is running it, and we're sitting here with our thumb up our ass like, give me 200 million. I don't know what the objective
We're
is.
in a war.
I revere Israel.
We're in a war that
I
we started.
revere
We
them.
just started a war, and niggas can't go to another state.
We started a war,
Nope.
and not a bomb has fallen on the American
Niggas can't
continent.
go onto another
We started
state.
a war, not a bomb has fallen on the American continent, and niggas already can't fly and get around.
And
You
they got
better
ice
hope
stations.
that Iran don't
Niggas-
got
And
nothing.
they have
Yeah.
ICE stationed in the airport.
in the airports. Niggas
If y'all
can't
want
get
to-
gas.
Gas is
$5
out the
gas,
fucking
dollar.
roof. I gotta go get gas now. I'm cooked, nigga.
You're fine.
On
Don't
a
worry.
war we start.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
yeah.
boys. They securing the border at the airport, the major blue city, gang.
We'll see if we can make
If
it
you
to
if
episode
like
100.
like if y'all want to make, this is just one minor thing that you can do to make these niggas not normal in your everyday life. Talking about ICE. Whenever you see an ICE agent, I want you to heckle the fuck out them niggas.
Heckle them.
Record it,
Record and heckle the fuck out them niggas. Look at this bitch ass nigga in a fucking
Guess
vest.
what? And they made all that arguments about how they can't unmask our brave ICE soldiers. You know, they be getting attacked by domestic terrorists. And then I see Billy Bob, them, Susie, them, and Rachel, them walking around in the airport mask off.
So here's what ICE can and cannot do at the country's airports. They're being asked by the federal government to help out TSA agents. So organizing things like lines, the long lines that we've been seeing all across different airports, including here at O'Hare Airport. They are also allowed to execute warrants and arrest people, but those are only people with final orders of removal or criminal convictions. They cannot run security screenings, so you're not going to be seeing them running the x-rays. Could they potentially help with baggage? Might be one of the things they could do, but they're not trained to run those x-ray machines. They also cannot do random screenings to check travelers' immigration status. But what is it they're actually doing? I can only tell you as a reporter what we've been able to see. We don't have tickets to go into some of the secure areas. So for example, we've been seeing some of the agents by the entries and the exits. What are they doing? They've been standing there, literally. That's what we've been seeing them do. Are they helping? Potentially. Have we seen that happen over the course of us being at O'Hare throughout the course of the morning on Tuesday? No.
Nigga said
Take
brave.
pictures of those faces and remember.
Take
Said
pictures
brave.
of them.
Like these niggas not slipping and shooting themselves. This is the dumbest a Looney Tune character. These niggas is stupid as
Just
fuck.
stand around and watch
Dumb
me
as
go to my
hell.
fucking destination. bro.
Anytime you see them niggas in the airport, just be like, look at this bitch ass.
Threats-
Loud as hell,
It's
too.
threats, it's intimidation, and this government is acting as a rogue terroristic entity, and we need to be having prosecutions, criminal convictions, impeachments, removals, convictions, all of the above. Nothing normal is normal anymore. And if Gavin Newsom is going to usher us back to normalcy, boy, I can't wait for you to see the Barron Trump regime.
Literally.
Can you
Fucking
just get
hell,
out the way, Gavin Newsom? Can you just sit the fuck down
lot
and
of
take care
niggas.
of your children?
How about
nigga?
you make
You're
a
not
statement
fucking me.
tonight? I will not go for president, please.
Niggas not even
Tonight.
repping you in your own state. Nigga, give up.
Nigga, he trying to fight the pro-billionaire battle in that state too. You niggas is lost. And we
Nigga destroying
continue to
homeless
see it.
camps and shit.
Do not let these people put the wool over your eyes. Keep paying attention to everything out there. Keep following along. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of The Jam. It's the first regular one in a minute, and we about to kick it like this for a minute, bro. We done did a billion guests. We ain't even format normally an episode in like a month, gang. So if you want to come on The Jam, I'm sorry, gang.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
Let us
gang.
wait for like 2
It's gonna
months.
be some time before you get on this
we
guy.
gotta-
man.
let us
cook,
We gotta
bro.
get
We
to
fuck
the
with you, though.
method.
We fuck with y'all.
We love all of y'all. We appreciate the support. We gotta get a nigga the method, and we gotta get back to our regularly scheduled program. So we gonna be kicking it with y'all for the
I hate you,
foreseeable future.
niggas. Not the guest, but like, Jesus fuck, bro.
If you did like this episode, again, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hype button. Follow us on Patreon. Follow us on all the platforms. Follow us on our individuals, J1J, J1J8.
What you on, Matt?
Showstudios.co.
Hey, be the artist.
Of course, and like we say, keep in tune with your world around you every single day, the news, all that shit, and still go have a fun time because you can do both. Have an awesome day or night wherever you may be, and see you.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Seems like.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What is you doing?
What is you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not do
Need
shit?
to
Like
eat.
this shit.
I know you're not subscribed. Click it. Cool.